am the one, I am the one. Everybody duck. My pawns on my accurate than a loaded gun. I don't need to stun, cause I am the one. I do this for fun, I do this for fun.
I'm so fucked up by last night. I even mashed up the whole fucking intro. This club, man, this club. Welcome, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. What can I say? It's not going to be a good one. It's balaclava settings all evening for me tonight. And make sure you do all that good stuff. Smash the lights up at any time. Big up the panel and big up Total Thai. Welcome back, my brother.
It's good to be back, brother.
967 subscribers. You what, 33 away now, Thai?
On that channel, yeah. 967 on the one channel, and the football channel is almost on 3K now.
Yeah, why don't you just give us a plug on your football channel? Tell me more about it, though. Tell the people about it. I know about it, but tell the people about it.
So this channel is a football documentary channel, and we also release podcasts every Monday. So every Monday is a podcast, and there's a documentary style video every Wednesday and Friday. And the channel is called The Footy Zone. So if you search The Footy Zone on YouTube right now, you'll find it. And we're still going to go on to all the other platforms, and also we are on Spotify now as well.
I love, and you guys really have to check out that content. That's sick. Like, Ty goes literally into detail. He talks about Pedro. He talks about Hazard. And
the most recent one, where I speak about Mikel Arteta and is he actually a bad manager or not? we have good debates on that.
Yeah, but yeah, people, check it out. I will put the link into the description to that channel as well. I self need to check it out myself. Obviously, for Thai stuff, I need a lot of time because it's obviously analytical and it's in depth. But yeah, big up everyone. Prem, how are you, my brother?
Nervous as can be.
What?
Nervous as can be. But firstly, let's take the opportunity. Isidore and Liverpool, congratulations. Deserved champions. Well-deserved champions.
Big up Liverpool.
Of the Premier League. I don't think anyone begrudged Liverpool the title. Because they put themselves there from the get-go, from the word go. No one gave them a chance at the start of the season, and I think after 10 games, everybody was like, they're the team to catch. And let's put an end to the Liverpool one because everybody else was poor. Liverpool don't play City when City's playing Aston Villa. They don't play Arsenal when Arsenal's playing Forest. Liverpool can only play what's in front of them, and everybody else must take care of their own games. So that excuse of, you won it because everybody else was poor,
bullshit.
Liverpool can't compensate for other teams who are being poor. You know what I mean? It's the same as when Leicester won the league. They only won it because of nothing. It's because if you put yourself in. So Liverpool and their supporters celebrate well. Congrats.
No, look, sorry, Isidore, before you go, I just want to piggyback of what you said, actually. And I've seen a lot of it as well, Bram. It's been irritating me and it's annoying me, actually, because people are actually taken away from what Slot has done with this team. Like, if you look at the way that Liverpool have played, where Klopp was, and Isidore, you can correct me if I'm wrong. If you look at Liverpool, where they played under Klopp, it was all heavy metal running. Slot preserved this team quite fine. He managed his team perfectly. I've seen Trent being subbed. I've seen Salah being subbed as well. And if you look at who's improved, who has improved, and that's where I hold Slot even in higher regard to Arteta right now, because Arteta hasn't improved any of our front line. So we'll get onto that later. But
every time you want to start with the Arteta this, Arteta
no, we're gonna get there. Don't worry, because I got a fucking
listen. 18 other clubs would trade places with you, any given Sunday of where this man is
Let me
taking you
land.
from.
Let me land. We're talking
No,
about
no,
Liverpool.
no.
Let me
We are
come to
not
Arsenal.
gonna. We are not
Can I
going
just
to
give-
We cannot come
entertain.
to Arsenal. Let me land.
We
Let me
are
you
not
those
going
flowers.
to. No, I'm not
Let
going
me
to
land.
entertain
Let me
you.
land because I know what you're
Okay,
doing.
can I
know
change
what
it
you're
up?
doing.
Can I just say something
You're
about
trying to
Liverpool?
round me up.
Yes.
You're trying to round me up in the beginning already, and I'm not going to allow you to get to me.
I
So
took just
back
5
to
minutes.
Isidore. Back to Isidore. If I look at the players, he has improved. You talk about Gakpo, who's added numbers to his game. Luis Diaz added numbers to his game. McAllister was a quality player. He went to another level. Gravenberg as well, the improvement as well. Konate even forming a partnership with Van Dijk. So big ups, man. Big ups. Sorry now, this bottom left here just got me. But yeah, Isidore, go ahead, my man. Land.
No, look, you guys took the words all out of my mouth. Everybody's been saying we won the league, it's boring. The matter of fact is, it's a title. The title is won. Our name will be on the
100%.
title. Doesn't matter if
100%.
it's boring, if you had injuries, if you had this one out, that player out. It doesn't matter. Like Brem said, whoever we are playing in front of us, we beat them. And just take a moment of this. We lost once at Anfield. We lost once away at Fulham. That also tells you
Make
how
that
far
twice. You
Liverpool
lost to
has.
Chelsea. Make that twice. You lost to Chelsea. Count that in.
Yeah, to Chelsea. Sorry. Yeah, we actually helped masterpiece team there just to get into the Champions League. But look, uh, I just want to say to you guys, thank you, Brahim, also for that words there. I actually told my cousin as well. This first feeling, celebrating it with the fans. I can't even imagine how it's gonna be after the Crystal Palace game. But just to get it over the line, it was emotional. Van Dijk was
You
also
sound
even
emotional
crying.
now. Like you're gonna.
Yeah,
You're
bro.
getting emotional now.
Kijk, yeah. Now it's a whole different ball game, bro. Typically, I've witnessed Arsenal winning the league with their fans. Who was there? Leicester City, like Bram said, also United, bro. But this is for me as a Liverpool fan, is a total different eye opener, yo. Yeah, and check here, they already talking about going to 21 next season. I just say, wait. We just 20 now for now. Let us focus on that and get the title.
Enjoy
But
that
yeah,
for
thanks,
now.
bro.
And also, I just wanted to make a point about what Devi and you guys were saying earlier. It is actually something that a lot of people have been stating this season that Liverpool won the title because of bad performances. But if you actually look at the stats, Liverpool has
Yeah.
25 wins this season. And
Mm.
no one was saying that about Manchester City last season. Last season,
Yeah.
remember this, you guys are 25 wins with 3 games to go. City
There we
last
go.
season had 27 wins. Season before that was 28, and then 27. So
Yeah.
if you guys win your 3, that's the exact same as City's best season, but no one's saying anything about that. So I mean,
True.
you guys really did just take your team to another level. What made it so shocking was the fact that Slot could come in and immediately
Yeah.
do that. Because like that wasn't expected. Like I was expecting a transition period. I was expecting a whole lot of changes, but like he found a way to take
Yeah.
what Klopp was already doing and better it.
Yeah. Look, to be honest with you, nobody gave Liverpool a chance to win the league.
Yeah.
Jamie Carragher them, Redknapp them. All the pundits said, no, Liverpool is gonna crumble. You even never went as far as to say that United is gonna finish above Liverpool. Look at it now. And also the
Jesus.
thing is, like people say, yeah, but that is Klopp's team. Yeah, it's Klopp's team. But the thing is, he didn't play Gravenberg. He played
Yeah.
Endo. Gravenberg is for me such a pivotal player, same as Rodri for Man City.
Exactly.
But the thing for me now is I don't know you guys. I don't know if you guys watch all of our games, but in the game before the PSG game, you could see, and a lot of pundits say that the same about Gravenberg. He was running on empty. So you see, another thing as well for Slot is he doesn't like Endo. You see, you will see
Yeah.
he will bring on Endo the last 5 minutes. You see. Okay, he's just another story. I don't know what is going on there. He just come on here the last 5 minutes or 2 minutes and all of that. But yeah,
Yeah, but that's why I said, like, I take it as Klopp didn't sign anybody because I don't count
Yeah.
Chiesa. I don't
there we
count
go.
Chiesa.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
don't
man.
think. Yeah, I don't
Go
think
ahead.
Chiesa is
No, go ahead.
a club signing also.
But it's
So
true,
I
yeah.
don't know
The season,
But
no one gave Liverpool a chance. I remember
but-
so much Arsenal fans saying they're going to end above Liverpool and win the
Yeah.
title this season. But I mean,
Oh, yeah,
look at
what
where
also
we're at
fan
right
was
now.
that? What also fan was that? Don't do that. Don't.
I remember Fama saying that.
They'll stand with you, Debbie. You never,
Yeah,
never.
don't, Graham, you know.
Debbie's the
don't.
only one. Debbie's the only one that will never give Arteta his flowers.
David,
Exactly,
that Facebook Arsenal
I think-
fans, man.
I think
Yeah.
like here's a story. It's any other club, he would probably have played by now 40% of the league games. He was competing with Mo Salah. And you have to be world class, if not better, to replace Mo Salah. I think he was you know, if people I've heard people say that it was a stupid signing by Liverpool, it's a waste of time. It's not. If you look in holistically at what Liverpool did, right? And what I'm sad about is people remember it's almost as Klopp's final year tainted his entirety at Liverpool. The man for me was brilliant, absolutely brilliant coach, right? And it's as if people say like, yeah, but Slot did this better, but listen, the man made his mind up, he was done. How he went about it at Liverpool and was it right, was it wrong? It has kind of tainted his whole regime at Liverpool with that final season, which I think is unfair.
I don't think
He
so.
left Liverpool, right, in such a good state. Such a good state that when Slot came in, not saying that he had it easy, but he had the nucleus to challenge for a league title. Even though everybody else said no, but he left them in a good state. It's questionable. Did Wenger leave Arsenal in a good state?
No.
For Arteta?
United.
No, we had fucking Mustafi and Socrates there. How the hell are we in a good state?
Understand you look at and that's where I respect Klopp is he didn't just leave and think he didn't just leave and think
Kolasinac and him in the team, yo.
Kolasinac, Mustafi, Al-Neni. So I don't think that if you look at Klopp, didn't just say, you know what, listen, I'm out, I'm off, guys, fend for yourself. He left the next coach with, listen, I'm leaving you with this. You need to sort out Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent's contracts when I'm gone. That's on you. But here's what I'm leaving you with. And that is a hallmark of a man that truly, when he said he loves Liverpool, he showed it. Right? Alex Ferguson left United in a bad state.
Aging
players,
a shitstorm brand.
Aging players, and he only, I'll say it again, and you can come for me, he won titles because he manipulated the league, right?
Yes.
As soon as he left, you knew the decline was coming. You knew it was going to come. No matter who they put there, the decline was coming, and it will be there for however long he ran the league. That's how long that's going to wait to win a league title again. 13 years, they're going to wait till they get a league title, their hands on the league title. They'll wait 13 years. They can go sign Messi.
They'll win Europa and it's rosy. So
no. So yeah, I just think that he's unfortunately, don't drift of point. He is challenging the best player in the Premier League right now for a spot. And that's unfortunate for him.
No, fears. And I think, like, just to piggyback before we get into it, because I'd like to spend about 50 minutes with Liverpool and near the end of the show, obviously, when we talk about Trent to Isidore. But I think Klopp was well within his right to walk away because unlike Pep, who took a sabbatical, he didn't take a sabbatical, if you think about it nicely. So he was well within his right. So, but yeah, peeps, where do we start? Where do you guys want to start? Do you want to start with Arsenal or should we start with that?
Oh no, we start with the Barcelona game. Yeah.
Barcelona. Let's start.
I just want to say before we went live, for both teams, what an advert for football. Absolutely.
Brilliant.
It was edge of your seat stuff like you will not believe. It's been a while since a game has engrossed me from the first minute till the last. I even watch other times halftime. I'll watch something else while it's halftime. I didn't even want to miss what the commentators and the pundits were saying about the halftime. It was so really Barcelona.
Good advert for football, Graham. Don't you think it's a good advert for football?
Sure.
Because I was getting bored with football, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, that game was,
No, it was. It was. Do you know what I liked about the game? All right. There's this connotation about Italian football being boring. Italian football is so one-dimensional. If I look at that at Inter Milan and the type of football they play, it's mirrored on Liverpool.
With the
Everything
wingbacks.
is down the channel. Everything is down the channel. The striker's only role is to play to turn around and spin and take the central defenders away. And Barcelona kept coming and kept coming, and Barcelona were just like coming. So you saw two contrasting styles of football, and the one who executed. I think Inter's going to win the Champions League. I think they'll win it because they are relentless going forward.
I want PSG
Absolutely
to win.
relentless.
Obviously, I want PSG to win it just because of my French connection. And
Davey,
obviously I got-
we all
I
wanted
can't
Barcelona
get
to win it.
Dembele to. I can't let Dembele get a Champions League. I want Inter to win as well.
We all,
I can't let that
Listen,
guy. The way he left
all-
was, I don't want him to ever succeed.
And he's having a
Listen,
fire
listen,
season as well.
listen. Hands
Nice,
up
brilliant.
if you didn't think Barcelona were going to win the Champions League. If it wasn't you, if it wasn't Arsenal, Davey, hands up if you didn't think
I
Barcelona.
thought they were going to win it. I had them as my favorites to win it.
Exactly. Everybody think PSG is going to win it. That football that Inter plays, it's hard. That's why it was difficult to stop Klopp unless you were Man City, and it's difficult to stop Slot. If you make defenders turn around and chase you, it's hard to play.
Long, yeah.
It's
It
hard.
is long.
It's
Inter's
difficult.
Inter's style is actually just to add some more in there. They asked Inzaghi, be 10 games into the season, who does he idolize when it comes to his specific style of play? Because they were playing that the entire season, and then he actually said he likens it to Diego Simeone, and that's why they link it up to Atletico Madrid. The only difference is Atletico plays with two attacking midfielders, one striker. They play with two strikers, and then they fill the midfield. So what counts in their favor is Inter Milan in the Champions League. You need to go for it. That's like that's the mentality. Whichever team you put in there, we need to go for it because we need to score the goal. So they reverse that by sitting back, by allowing you to attack. Then they know their strikers are always in their channels just waiting, and they have two midfielders that can play a pass anywhere on the pitch. And that's what counts in their favor. So like the reason why Boss was suckling so much with them is because if you guys watched it, there was so many moments where I'm just watching and I'm like, I see Rafinha doing something, I see Lamine, and I can literally count 8 players in that box. They fill it up because they know our job is to win it back. As soon as we win it back, it's going to go to Charles Longblue. He's going to play it forward. Or we're going to kick it long to Ram has the power to hold it up. Then two players are going to overlap. Then I have DeMarco on the one side. I have the other guy, Denzel Dumfries on the other side, and I'm going to lay it off to them. That's what counts in their favor. So, like, I think they are going to win the Champions League because PSG is going to have the same mentality. PSG is going to go against them, but then they sit with that low block. Their defenders is literally in position where they can just go and they can touch the goalkeeper. That's how close to the box they play with their defense. But I think that they are doing something that's really good. And the thing is, they have the perfect players for their system. Because when you're looking for two clinical strikers, you don't really get a lot of players that's much better than Lautaro Martinez and then Marcus Thuram. When you're looking for win-backs, to have DeMarco on the one side and to have Dumfries, two players that has energy to run up and down the entire time. Then you still have Sommer in the poles, who you saw, Devin, you still commented on the type of saves that he makes because they know we need an acrobatic keeper because most of the time our opponent is going to shoot from outside the box. And if you watch the games this season, if you guys just go through, you can check on YouTube and you can just check all the games that Inter Milan actually lost this season. It was all because of a penalty, a ball that rolled into the box, a corner, or a shot from distance. That's how they concede because they literally know that it's kind of like Hansi Flick style, where he plays the high line and he's like, okay, there's only one way that you're going to break this. You're going to have to be very smart in order to break this. They do the same thing with the low block. You have to be really smart in order to get this, and we're just going to limit your options. That's basically what they do.
Yeah. But it's also do if you watch them, they make you chase them.
Yeah.
You have to chase them. So they have
in the
no
league, it
problem.
doesn't work the same. That's why they went through that rough patch in the league a bit,
Yeah.
and that's why they have a couple. Because in the league, it doesn't work. Like technically, you wouldn't be able to do that if you're playing against a team at bottom of the table. Then they have to chase you. In the Champions League, it's the perfect structure because you know that the team, whoever we're playing against, they're playing for a result. We just need one chance
Yeah.
to get a finish it.
So when I say they have to chase you, is if you knock the ball over the left and the right back's head or in the channel, they have to turn around. And they kept making Barcelona turn around the whole time. They kept making him turn around. And the same is with Liverpool. Liverpool force you to have to chase them. When they get the ball, it's knocked up to Salah. Salah's always on the back of of his defender. With Diaz, they're on the back of the defender. And so every time you have to literally go backwards. You have to go backwards and win the ball from there and then play out. But when you try and play out, how far up they are already on. So you can't get through them unless you're going to do the same thing then and make them turn around and chase. And I think that's where PSG beat Liverpool on the night was PSG had runners, they had legs. So they could play it in the space and force Van Dijk backwards, force the Liverpool defense backwards. But again, what a advert for football.
Yeah, big up Ahmad. Welcome. Man got a new shave, man got new headphones, everything, man. It's all good.
I have to change my whole identity after that.
Aye.
But the result is still the same, Ahmad.
Look, you know.
Yeah, but look, Ahmad, Ty's given us his thoughts. Give us your thoughts. Look, like I said to Ty the other day, I'd rather go out that way, go out swinging than go out on a limp. I don't think you can say anything bad about the team. Like they've shown countless times already, even in a Copa del Rey final, even where they've come back from time to time. But just give me your overall assessment of it, bro.
I think I agree with you when I assess everything. On the night it's sad, in the moment it's sad. We're 3 minutes away from being in the final, and then we kind of, Arsenal's words, bottled it. But when you look at it, I held my head up high because Hansi Flick came in the season. Ty knows we weren't prepared for this. We were prepared for building. We were prepared for building from Jav. He came in, no signings, took all these youngsters straight from the La Masia, brought them straight into team to play them on this level in such short amount of time. And to produce a game like that for me, which is probably one of the top games of the seasons for football in Europe ever. Like for the season, like it was insane.
I think it's the best semi-final tie, like in Champions League history for me. It's home and away because I enjoyed both.
It's insane. So at the end of the day, while it is sad, because we, as a Barca fan, you know how hard these players have been working. You know the effort and the sacrifice they put in, how badly they want this. But on the brighter side, we can only get better from you. If this is what Flick can do in one season, and yes, he's not a guy that stays long. He only has a year contract or whatever, but he has expressed his love for the city, for his personal relations with the city, with the players and things like that. It can only grow from strength onwards. So at the end of the day, I still have a job to do. I still have to win Real Madrid in El Clasico, and I still have a league to win. And I think for my first season as under Flick, to walk away with 3 trophies is not that bad considering from where we come from.
And it's actually so funny, no?
We deserved to lose last night.
Like that's so funny, no? Like this was the first game that it was a big game. Barca went and lost it, and then it's like it didn't affect me as much as I thought. Like I remember when Jose Mourinho ran onto my pitch and he was waving his pants and swinging it so in the air, and he knocked us out of the Champions League. I remember crying that night. I remember I didn't want to go to school the next day. I was like, nah, this one really hurts. Last night, 2 nights ago, I'm watching the game. And I'm thinking, I'm actually genuinely so proud of the team. Like, I'm proud of what we did, how we did it, how we played. It's literally just the thing of like, they were just 1% more clinical than we were. You know what I mean? But I'm still on.
Yeah, you're on.
Yes. You're going.
You drifted out for a while, and you came back like Barcelona.
Is it nice?
Nah, you're right. You're fine. You're good. Go, bro. Go. You're good.
You good? You good? Land, my man.
Land, bro. Land, Ty. You're good.
I think Ty's struggling to land. I think he's a bit behind there.
Yeah, but I want to ask you guys. I want to ask you both
I
a
think he's landing
question.
now or not.
No. You're fine. But jump out and jump back. Okay, there you're back. There you're back.
Yep.
There you're back. You're solid now. You're
There we
good.
go.
So
Jump
I
in.
want to ask you guys a question, both being avid Barcelona fans, and I'm going to play a bit of devil's advocate here. In the time of Barcelona, you've always relied on one player. It can go back to Ronaldinho. You always relied on Ronaldinho.
Mm.
You've always relied on Messi, and now it's always an over-reliance on Lamine Yamal. And yes, Rafinha has chipped in with a few goals, Lewandowski and all of that. But obviously, of course, with a group of awesome young players, where do the both of you feel you need to strengthen? I know where Ahmad is going to go with this. But Ty, I'll start with you. Where do you feel you need to now strengthen and go that extra mile? Because you know, for Barcelona, you can win the Copa del Rey, you can win the league, but you know what Barcelona want, what is the main thing, to kick on from next year because you've got a solid foundation as well. But where do you think Barcelona need to now strengthen and go on to winning the Champions League next year? And then Ahmad, I'll post the same question to you as well.
It's actually pretty funny, but like when it comes to starting 11 wise, the that's not actually where the issue lies, because like I was so happy with how the squad is performing. The main thing that actually stood out for a Barca fan watching the game against Inter was the fact that they could go to a place where they could make 6 subs, and it's like, okay, that's a like for like sub. We have to go to a place where we're taking a player off and then we're bringing on Pau Victor, who only played 3 games this entire season. We were like, Ahmad will agree with me on this. The players that we were sad to not see in the game was Jules Koundé and then Alejandro Balde. But then our thing is like, okay, our left back is injured. We have another left back,
They're both
but it's
injured.
like we're not really happy. We have another right back, but it's like we have to play a centre back over at right back. So literally, our squad is just very small at this point because of the fact that, like, obviously Antifil came into this, and that's part of the point that Ahmad made. It's like we weren't expecting all of this. We weren't expecting a coach to come in and be like, I don't need any signings. You guys want Danny Olmo? Okay, fine, you can give him to me. I don't want anything. I'm going to use what's in the academy. And so far it has worked, but like at the same time, a bit of reinforcement can go a long way. Because if you take Jules Koundé, who played 100 games straight for Barcelona and for France, he plays that amount of games. If he gets injured, who's our right back? It's a 18-year-old Hector Ford who was playing academy last season. Now he's on the bench. Who's our left back? Gerard Martin, was in our academy last season, and then he has a few appearances. So technically, I would just say we need someone that can actually compete with Lewandowski. Ferran Torres had a good season, but he shouldn't be the number 9 we look towards. He's a player he's a utility player. He's that guy. He can go on the wing. If you need him as a left back, he can play there. I like having a player like that. But we need someone that, like, if Lewandowski isn't there, as he is aging, we need someone that can actually push and take over that spot. With Rafinha and Yamal, it's a similar thing, because if we take off Yamal, we're playing Ansu Fati, who's kind of in the middle about is he going to be at the club or not. So it is just a thing of like, we need reinforcements there. I think our midfield is perfect now, because next season I can't wait for Marcus Sado and Mark Bernal to come back in. That's 2 perfect little youngsters in the squad.
Fine in midfield,
but
though.
that's the main thing, yeah. I think it's just reinforcements in defense and also in attack.
Yeah, say no more. People, there's a lot of you in the chat. I don't see any questions. I don't see any comments. And I don't see any likes. Smash the likes up, people. Subscribe to Total Tie. Please, it doesn't cost you anything. It just takes a click of a button. So let's get it done. Ahmad, same question to you, my bro.
Yo, I think Ty hit the nail on the head, but more importantly, Devi, you know where I'm going to go with this. I've been saying on this pod for how long the striker that I want is Lautaro Martinez. Ty also said Lautaro Martinez is like, that's the number one thing, because you can see it. Ferran Torres is great when he comes on the bench, but he shouldn't start. Not to start. And you can see it. Leva obviously is aging, and we do appreciate what he does. I mean, he's chipped in quite a few goals. But it's when he's not there, you can see it. The defense I agree with, but I also agree with the centre backs, because like Araujo for me came in as like he was like one of our top defenders, and now it's like when he comes on, I start worrying and I start panicking. And it was reversed because Inigo Martinez was the one that gave me that with Javi last season, where it was like, if Inigo Martinez plays, I stress because nothing's going to go right at the back. And now it's totally reversed, where Inigo Martinez and Cabarrus is kind of like a solid set foundation there. And Araujo coming in is like, it doesn't fit the party. But 100% agree with what I was saying. The reinforcements on both wingers, strikers, and defenders.
I don't need a have been in my team.
To be honest,
when you guys are done.
Look
Like
at United players that have left. Look at United players that have let her come to Liga that haven't failed. So
I will take Anthony over Rashford now.
Right now. I will take Anthony. Anthony's killing it right now.
I saw you played against us for the I'll take him. I don't want Rashford.
That one was the most threat to the defense ever in that whole Betis team was Anthony.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's 100% correct what Ty is saying. It's the reinforcements for me. Yes, we can do it with the kids, but I have a fear of when Balde is injured and Gerard Martin's playing. Nothing wrong with Gerard Martin, but it's not a like-for-like sub. He's not going to do the same job. And you can see it in the semi-final. There was quite a few mistakes that he made that obviously that costed us. And it's that lack of inexperience. The midfield, no problem. Don't change my midfield. I like the way it is. Exactly as it is. So for me, it's just number one, attacking-wise. If we have somebody that, if Lamine Yamal goes off, if Rafinha goes off, Lamine Yamal gets injured because he plays every game for Barcelona and Spain, he's bound to get injured.
Yeah.
I don't want it to happen, but if he's only 17, it's going to happen.
Sorry,
Yo. Can I ask you a question? Ahmad, wait quick.
Carry on. Sorry, Brian. That one just sent me back.
Yo, Ahmad, you know what's the funny thing? This is something I was thinking about after the Barca game. If I feel like if we had to get PSG in the final, no, we would have won. I genuinely feel like that. I feel like Inter was our biggest damn card, no? But the thing is now, just think of it like this. If Lamine ever had to, because we know the player that he is now, we know like the level that he's at. If he ever had to learn a lesson, like a lesson like he learned on that night about, you know what, sometimes football can be hard. Wouldn't you rather have him learn it now when he's 17 and then next season come back even stronger? Because I mean, if you think about it, he played brilliantly, but at the same time, I'm okay with him taking this lesson on his chest now, knowing that next season something good could come from it.
Definitely. If you look at it, like I always tell people, remember he's only 17. His dribbling needs to get better. His passing needs to get better. He needs to learn to finish better. He already has the mentality. I was watching that video and I can't stop watching it of where Thierry Henry just glazes over the mentality that the 17-year-old kid has to go in the middle of the game.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love watching it.
And I love that as well. Because any 17-year-old kid, you're going to expect him, he's exciting, he's rushing, he's going to want to go, he's going to want to do things, prove himself. He's just like, it's fine. He calms the whole team down. He's like, guys, give the ball to Mitchell. At 17 years old.
Did you watch the last game against Leganés when Dani Rodriguez was playing? I'm almost sure that you didn't watch this one. So this is just a comparison.
I didn't watch Leganés one.
We had a right wing that came into the squad from the academy, Dani Rodriguez. He's also one of our impressing youngsters. He's a youngster that's 21 years old that came on, was trying to play like Lamine. He got injured 30 minutes into the game. He got dispossessed 7 times, but he's kind of a similar player to Lamine. But the thing is, it just shows the level Lamine is at.
Look at it like this.
It's shocking to be 17 and be that good.
Before we jump onto the Arsenal, let's be honest. I don't know what you guys have at La Masia where you just bring them out of a cryogenic freeze or something like that. Am I the only one Isidore and Bremen thinking this, my bro?
No, they've got talent. They've got talent beyond belief, and that's besides the other 10% of La Liga's players that actually belongs to them, that they can just, if they wanted to, go and fetch them back to say, don't forget, you actually belong to us.
Exactly, they have a fucking sick academy.
Yeah,
crazy. But we'll jump onto El Clasico near the end when we're gonna do predictions. But boys, let's address the elephant in the room. I had the Bali on for about 20 minutes, but I took my ninja outfit off so we can talk about it. You know what? I'm gonna I'll let you guys decide. Ask
I'm
me the
still
question.
I'm still stunned by Beast's comment. I don't even know what to say.
Boy, you know what? I swear down. That's the comment of the evening. I must club that. That's it. That looked like my fucking trophy cabinet for the past 5 years, to be fair. But boys, let's get into it. Arsenal PSG. I'll let you guys take the floor because I was in the stream earlier and obviously I ranted, so I don't want to come in full blown ranting. So I want maybe to get a different perspective. Maybe I am being wrong. So I'd let anyone of you take the floor.
You are.
No. So go. So you go and don't. Anyone but you. So I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna gaslight me and to take me to that level. I know what you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna do. Anyone but you.
Take yourself. You are AFTV Thai. You take yourself to that level.
What?
Yeah.
You do.
I've never seen it in my life, but I was pushing it now. You
just need the water bottle and a pair of headphones. That's all. Now, Davey, listen. 18 other Premier League clubs would swap places with you right now. 18 other, right? Stop with the fact that yes, he spent X amount of money. Yes, he's done that. You were a solid fourth place football team. Solid fourth place. He's taken you to a level where you're now saying he can't take you any further. Who are you going to bring in that's going to take you further? Who?
Exactly.
I can name you quite a few managers.
Name
You
five.
are hoping
Name three.
that
Name
you are
three.
hoping
Okay.
are
Okay.
able to take you
Okay.
to
So I
that
keep
level.
getting this question every time, and I'm tired of answering it. And my answer has remained consistent. You can check many streams that I've been on as well. I said it now the other night. And remember, look at what United did to get Amorim out of their contracts. Don't tell me you can't get him. Money talks and bullshit works. Let's start there. You can come with Carlo Ancelotti, who's at the Brazil job. I'm sure he can do 2 jobs at the same time as much as how old he is.
That's not even a done deal yet.
Exactly.
It's
not even a done deal yet. Not a done deal yet. You could go get Nagelsmann. I was crying out for Hansi Flick. You can go get Enrique also. You can pay the money. Diego Simeone Inzaghi. There's 5 names I listed off the top of my head just like that. So don't tell me that I need to accept this right now. And don't tell me of where you were and where you are now. If I whoa. Just to elaborate.
You know what?
No,
Let him land. He's an entitled. I'm the 3rd best football club in England. I deserve to. If it's not going to be United or Liverpool winning, then it must be me. You don't have to. It's not a must. No one's saying
so why do I watch sport then? Why do I watch sport? What's the aim of elite sport? Bram, what is the aim of elite sport? You wouldn't know because you haven't seen your team win Lord knows how many years.
Do you know what you want to do is
what you haven't seen your team
win? No. Leave my team out.
Leave cups. Talk to me.
Leave my team out.
No. You were the one talking about it, so now you got me there. So now I'm there now. Let's check. I've seen my team win 3 league titles.
Do you want to shout alone? Do you want to shout alone? Do you want to shout alone? And all right, thank you.
No, you took me there.
Listen. You want to say these guys, bring them in, and they will take us over the line. They've all performed at clubs. Ancelotti was at Everton. Didn't do much difference there. Went to a club that has money, signed from the best players, and he's done the business. He's been nowhere with a poor. Let me finish. He's been nowhere where there is poor players. Nowhere where there's been poor players and made them better. He's made good players successful. There's a very big difference, Devi. A very big difference.
What good players, man? Name them.
I'm talking about Ancelotti. I'm talking about Ancelotti, not Arteta. I'm not talking about Arteta.
Oh,
I'm talking about Ancelotti, right? Nagelsmann went to Bayern, found a team. I mean, Bayern, when the season starts, they just don't put the Munich on the end of the trophy. They write Bayern first because that's always going to win the league there, right? What did he do? Got a great team, struggled to win. And you saying, I can take him to Arsenal. Hold up. You then make names of people. There's got no guarantee that they're going to take you further with Arteta's taking
Exactly.
you. You are hoping that if there's one criticism that I'll say of him, of Arteta, one, your football, the belief in your football has dwindled. From where you were 2 seasons ago, where you blew everybody off the park, you are basically winning on individual brilliance of Saka, of Trossard, underrated Trossard, held you out of many games, and the fact you've got a solid defense. You are the best defense in the Premier League. Combination, better than Liverpool's defense. Better than. But is he to be blamed for that? Maybe. But don't blame him for other stuff and then put it all together and say, get him out. Don't do that.
Okay.
Because you
I'll, I'll come
say-
on. I'll come on to that. I remember everything you said, and I'll come on to it.
Okay,
Don't
the
worry.
striker
Can I make
issue,
a
the
point
lack of a striker issue. Does Saka need to be a striker to put that chance away, Lord?
No, doesn't need to be a striker. No. But what about everything that happened before that? What happened prior to that? What about the first leg? Trossard, Martinelli. What about that?
Martinelli, yeah.
So he's going to get blamed for the fact that we didn't have a striker in
Yeah.
the first leg, and had we had a striker, you see, you throw everything in
Guy,
failure. Everything to do
Prem,
with failure.
Prem,
Arteta.
Prem, where was the tie lost? In the first leg already, bro. Let's be realistic.
Because he didn't have a striker.
Yes.
All right, that's his fault. That you didn't have a striker, but you
That is
second in the
the
league.
that is what I've been
Wait, wait,
preaching
wait.
for years. The problem, Teta, is who do you bring on that can match it
Yeah.
like for like in that first team?
But he's second in the
Who-
Premier
who-
League
I
table.
will let
Explain
you
to me.
guys. I'll let you guys finish.
Second,
Because I'll tell you
the
why.
issue-
He's second in the Premier League table without a striker. Second.
Remember, Devi, the issue with the Arteta debate is, and this is something that I also touched on, like on another part. The issue with the thing is, I see the bad points for Arteta, but at the same time, also the fans that hate Arteta is not going to give him the good points that is clearly there, because still,
Thank you, Ty.
this is
Thank
still
you.
at the end of the day a coach that has taken you to second. So in other words, we saying we can't give it like you know what I mean, like it's so close to the
Aye.
top. And I can
Aye.
understand. Wait, doesn't wait. I can also understand where, if you're the owner of the football club, you are looking at it as, yay, this is almost a finished thing. It's almost there. Now the problem is we replace him. Then look at United, for example. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of United fans that would have kept Ten Hag, my rather, if instead of sitting with what Amorim is doing now. But now it's like, what if we change him and we start backtracking? Then it's like 4 years down the line wasted. Now, how do we get back to there again? Because look at what happened with Unai. You guys let him go so quickly, and then look at then look at what he ended up doing with Aston Villa. And now, technically, they could be challenging even more next season. So the issue with it is that because he created there's a type of football you guys are playing. And I mean, it's still what got you to the semi-finals of the Champions
Crab
League.
football.
Whereas
Crab
before that,
football.
that's what?
It's crab football. I am on job, bless you, slay to the rhythm of Remia. Sideways, backwards, cock.
But it still gets you to the semi-finals of the Champions League. That's the thing. It's still working
So then
to
how-
an
then-
extent,
so then
but it's
I
just
think-
not getting what Arsenal fans want. And Arsenal fans want the league. I want to end in the final of the Champions League. I want to do all of this stuff. You know what I mean? So I get that, but it's like you can so easily go back if you now decide I want to get another manager, then you sack him. For example, Nagelsmann. It's exciting because he's a young manager, but he could come in and he could ruin everything. Because that was the same thing at United. Let's get Amorim, like a young manager in. He's gonna bring some Portuguese flair, but at the end of the day, it can ruin things for you, and that's the problem. Where it's like if you were in the owner's shoes now, you would be thinking the same thing. You'd be thinking, let's keep him because we're so close.
And not just that. Look at where Arteta started. Whether you like it or not, the progress has been slow, but there has been progress.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing that counts in his
When is
favor.
progress
It
gonna lead
is
to success?
progress.
But you see,
So when
Abbas,
is
you say
gonna lead to
progress.
success? Carry on, Yusuf, go in before I land.
You say there's progress, but remember Arsenal finished second for the last 3 consecutive seasons. So
It's better
that
than what they
tells you
were before
already.
Arteta.
Yeah, and also you see the thing is
That's regression, Isidore. That's regression. That's not progress.
yeah, but like I said, man, you guys currently now, no, you had a full how can I say a fit squad for the last 2 seasons. Only this season you guys didn't have Saka. Now everybody's now my thing is just, if you guys say yeah, but you need a striker. I was even shocked the other time when you guys played United at Old Trafford, when Ian Wright said after the game, you they tried to get a striker, Arsenal now, for the last 3 seasons. So I'm like baffled. I'm like, isn't that the recruitment team that is the problem then? Not getting a striker? Or what? So who is then in charge there? Because if you can't throw Ateta under the bus for that.
Is that not? Thank you, Isidore.
Exactly.
Is
See,
that a Mikel
exactly.
Arteta problem? Fire him.
Okay,
fire
okay,
him.
Bram, you've got a son, right? You've got a son. Okay.
Yes.
If you send your son to the shop with 100 rand to go buy bread and milk and he come back with sweets, are you going to give him money again after that?
I'll blame myself that I didn't go.
Huh?
I'll blame myself that I didn't go to the shop. Why would I send my son to the shop?
No. It's a yes or no question.
I answered you. I don't blame
Would you
you.
give him or do you let him go alone? That's exactly in
You what?
essence what happened. Nobody
I
told
would, take,
Ateta to
I
strike.
would take accountability for the fact that I sent him.
Thank you. There we go, sir. That's what I'm coming to. Now we are coming somewhere. Now we're landing actually. So whose fault is that? Who wanted so many fucking goalkeepers? Who wanted so many left backs? We said
Here's
there were
my
6,
problem.
7 left backs.
You're going to want us to believe that he must take accountability for not signing a striker. It's not his money. He's the manager that can
who
put in
coaches
the
the team,
request.
Bram? Okay. So our transfer window in the summer. Did we need Calafiori?
Do you blame Wenger that
Answer the
Ronaldo chose
question.
United? Do you blame Wenger that Ronaldo chose United over Arsenal? Do you blame Wenger?
That's Wenger time, bro. That's Wenger time. We're talking about the
It
year
doesn't
now.
matter what time. He didn't have the money to seal the deal. It's not
We're
his
talking
money.
about,
He created
we're talking
the
about the
interest.
year now. David Dean and Edu was 2 different eras. Under David Dean, we were successful. What was my question? I even forgot my question.
My point is, it's not Arteta's money to go to go
Yes,
against the
yes,
team.
Bram,
Listen
who
here.
coaches the team?
Listen
Bram,
here.
Bram.
There is
Does
100
Arteta
million.
have a right to say
Bram.
who he signs in the team or not?
He has
Does
a
he
right
get
to
to say-
ask. He has a
Thank
right
you.
to
But
ask.
he can't get
but
what he wants.
He can't get what
Does
he
he get
wants.
what he wants? Does he have the privilege to
How
say,
can you
give me
tell
that,
me this
and the
manager
board
hasn't
goes
been back
here?
as yellow kop off? How in Jesus' name can you tell me after 700 million he hasn't been back? 700
That
million.
body's
Yes.
He has
Same
been
as
back.
United,
This
every
man made a
United
lot of
back.
I
signings.
don't
United
talk to me
back
about United.
all
We're
their
talking about
managers.
Arsenal.
United back all their managers.
No. Okay then. Okay. Isidore spoke about injuries. We spoke about the summer windows. I had the chance to do something in the January window. Let's talk about on the pitch. The first leg against PSG. Who was thinking of the place? The captain. Not only that game, the flirter with his 500 hair flicks and doing some cheerleading bullshit. There you go, Ty. The flirter. Why doesn't he take him out of the firing line? He was very ruthless with Aubameyang to strip the captaincy off him and take him out. Why doesn't he take the flirter out? I'm not saying drop him of the captaincy. As much as I want that to happen, it's not going to happen. Let's be realistic. Why does he bring on Ethan in the 89th minute when Ethan was good enough for him when Saka was injured? Why? Let's talk about in-game management about last night's game. When did he make a change? PSG are leading us on the Emirates 1-0 and they're bringing on a striker and an attacking midfielder. Last night again, he makes changes when the penalty happened. When I was crying out for changes way before. Let's start there. Then, to go even one further, let's go one further. He comes out and spews this bullshit whole week already. I don't listen to him. I put him and Wenger in the same category. He says, if you have to look at in the terms of winning trophies, you have to be in the right moment. The past 2 years, with the points that we've got, that Liverpool won the league now, we would have won the title. Well, then, let me give you a news flash. The season isn't done yet. Liverpool can still finish on 90 points. And I've seen Liverpool end on 96, 90 plus points and not win the league. Isidore can testament to that.
Yep.
And then last night you come out spewing bullshit of we were the better team. We were the better team in the game. The bench said so. And Enrique came out and said, I don't know what he's talking about. Then he says, we are the best team in the Champions League. Like, are you kidding me? Are you having a laugh? Are you riling me up?
I'm
The
laughing.
best teams in the Champions League are currently in the final. So let's start there. I've seen us play this drab football for weeks on weeks and weeks. And like I think Ty pointed out, it's so systematic. And I think you pointed out, Bram, it's so systematic that he's smothering players. How many attackers can you name have improved under this manager? Besides Saka. Saka's been doing his thing. Saka's being doubled up every week. He has to bring moment of madness. I can go way in. Martinelli, the moth. Martinelli has fell off a cliff. Trossard, Kung Fu Panda looks half drunk every time. I don't even want to get started on Kai. And Jesus, we know he's going to be injured. You spoke to me about Jesus 2 years ago and said he's not going to win the league because of his press. Now you're singing a different tune. Hypocrite.
I'm not singing a different tune about him. I'm singing the same tune about him.
Okay, so who signed Jesus then? So who signed Jesus?
Arsenal.
And who's Arsenal's manager?
Exactly.
So, okay, so to answer your question about the progression.
So are you saying that he stopped at that after that striker? He stopped asking for strikers. Are you telling me that he stopped?
He clearly doesn't want to push. Why the fuck did you go sign Havertz? Why are you playing midfielders up front now all of a sudden? How many number 8s have we signed? Lakonga, Marino, Havertz to fill in for Xhaka. We still haven't replaced Xhaka. You know how mad that is. I never liked Xhaka. We're playing number 8s in a striker role. Internal solutions. What about fucking market opportunity? Kvaratskhelia was right there. You want to tell me we couldn't get Kvaratskhelia?
So you would have played striker. So you'd have made him play striker.
Brother, you can go spend 78 million and pay Victor Gyökeres' clause and get Victor Gyökeres now. We then still linked with Victor Gyökeres.
You guys are the only ones linked with him.
Everyone is linked with him now.
Yeah.
You're not linked with him now, but you are the first day.
Apparently he's done the verbal agreement with United. Apparently he's done a verbal agreement with United.
Of course, I don't blame him. Because he was coached by Manuel. But again, like I'm saying,
I think it's very difficult to put the blame on Mikel Arteta that Arsenal have not brought in a striker. I think it's difficult to put that blame on him. It's the same. Listen. We can go opposites. We can go opposites where no Man United manager can blame that board for not backing them because they got everybody under the sun. If they could get Jesus Christ, they would have signed him for United.
Okay. I'm going to ask you this right now, right? Our owners of the Kronkes, how much do you think they know about football?
What does Todd Bowley know about football? But he signs anybody that the coach wants.
Yeah.
Clearly, that shows he doesn't know anything about football.
Exactly. Thank you, Ty. Thank you.
But you cannot put the blame on. And half of the players that Maresca found there, and half the players that he got there that were signed when he didn't even want any more players.
Brother, when he came in,
owners will do what they feel is right.
Tottenham's manager,
all Tottenham's manager wants is things non-football related on Tottenham Stadium.
Are you really going to compare our model to Chelsea's model? Seriously.
I'm saying there's different models. You look at Barcelona, they invest in La Masia.
I am talking about my model, my house. I'm not talking about somebody else's house. I'm talking about my house. My circumstances are different.
And I'm talking about your house. Your owners, right, are sitting one side and Arteta's taking every bullet thrown at Arsenal. It's always him. It's him.
Well, he's a control freak. He wanted all the control. Why do you think Edu left then? Why would Edu leave? Tell me why Edu left. Because they fell out with Arteta because he thought, fuck this, is being overruled, and that's why Bertha is in there right now. Arteta wants Sesko, Bertha wants Victor Gyökeres and Isak. There's a difference.
The thing is, gents, you guys are both making very good points. But like, the funny thing is, hindsight is a beautiful thing. If you really look at beginning of, so yeah, like on all honesty now, Arsenal have been struggling this season when it comes to scoring goals. I mean, that's the reason why your top goal scorer in the league. That's why your top goal scorer in the league has 9 goals, which I do understand. But I mean, let's just take us back to beginning of the season quickly. If you had to now be Arteta and you looking at the squad and you're like, yeah, check here, this is my squad going into the season, and you just think about this now, like regardless of how they've been playing the season, your attacking midfielder is Odegaard. Your left wing is Martinelli. Then, if Martinelli goes out, we have Trossard. Then you have Saka on the right, and if he goes out, okay, we brought in Sterling, who had a point to prove at that point. He had experience, and you never know what he could have done. You're all thinking, you know what? Maybe he can do something at Arsenal. Then we have this youngster coming up who's
Did you say Sterling now?
Just
Did you
listen
say
to me. I'm
Sterling?
saying,
Let
Sterling.
him finish. Let him finish.
Then your
Sterling
two
finish.
attackers going into the season, Arteta looks at it as, okay, Havertz, and also we have Jesus, Gabriel Jesus. Then you have this thing where Havertz still has a point to prove. Jesus can fill in when he can't. So Havertz could have been, if for example, if he scored 20 goals this season, we wouldn't be having this conversation. We wouldn't be.
He won't
thinking
score
about
20
that.
goals. We will never
But
have
I'm
the
saying
conversation.
if he had to, because remember, before he came to Chelsea initially, when he was at Leverkusen, he was known as an attacking midfielder that scored a lot of goals. That all changed under Chelsea, but there was still a reason why Chelsea decided to put him up front. So then Arsenal, I'm assuming Mikel looked at it and he was like, yeah, maybe I can unlock that thing in Havertz. Then maybe he could become that player that scores all of this amount of goals. But I'm saying, looking back now, it's difficult to put that blame on Arteta when it's like he wasn't sitting with one striker, one winger, no one else in his squad. He was sitting with two solid left wings, two solid right wings, and two players that could actually chip in something. It's not his fault that Jesus got injured 15 games into the season and then Havertz picked up a serious injury also. You know what I mean?
So we didn't know Jesus was an injury-prone player, so we never knew.
But I'm saying, imagine now you had to sign another striker. Now you're sitting with those three on your bench.
We needed a striker even with Havertz there at the club. We needed a reinforcement there already.
I will admit that in January, you guys did need one. In January, you should have looked at getting someone.
We need a left wing, number one, because that left side of ours is dead. We need.
But you have Martinelli and Trossard.
Yes, I'm done with him.
But I'm saying, do you see what I mean? Like, if you're the coach going into it, that's the thing that you're thinking. You like, these are the two players that I have. And remember, beginning of the season, you guys were chirping very widely for Trossard. You guys were saying, this is a brilliant player in the squad. Now, and then it's Martinelli. Or at the same time, Martinelli, we weren't looking beginning of the season at the fact that this man can't score a goal to save his life. We weren't looking at that. We were thinking our pacey left winger that can run down the channel.
I think
now looking back, it's different. What'd you say?
He can be a good player.
He's had some bad injuries, and you don't automatically come back from an injury and boom, you know. He's shown glimpses of he's slowly getting back there. He's getting back there. But
we don't even fucking create 70% XG chances. How the hell is there to miss? At least Liverpool create chances.
Out of curiosity, would you take him on loan this coming season if the option was there? Yeah,
no,
take him on loan, would you?
No,
I wouldn't even.
Which striker would you best take now at Arsenal?
There's your answer. The man's been shouting it whole season already, since last season. Everybody's been shouting it. Victor Gyökeres is the answer. The only question is, does the midfield do enough to give him what he needs? Because he can.
I don't even think that's the question. I think, have you guys ever watched a game in the like when he's actually played in the Liga NOS?
Yes.
The thing is, you guys would genuinely think that that's PSL defenders that's playing there. The amount of you remember, if you guys check his stats, this is a man that has 50 goals, yes, but he also had 130 chances to score that. This is a man that gets chances almost he gets 5 chances and then he'll score 4. So yes, he's clinical, but like this man is getting chances that I don't think if he goes to Arsenal, I don't think he's gonna get that amount of chances. I remember people saying, personally now, if you guys were going for a striker, would you go for Osimhen?
Yes.
Would you say that he's then a better option because he's at least someone that knows how to play against tough defenses? He barely gets any chances and then he can finish it. I get everyone is hyping up Gyökeres, but there's no guarantee that he's going to be that same player that's scoring goals for fun in Liga NOS. Because he put in good performance in the Champions League, we thinking that he's good.
I've got a counter to that argument. Victor Gyökeres played for Coventry in the Championship.
In the Championship.
Exactly, and that's one of the toughest leagues. And
so would you take a player from Wrexham United now in your squad?
Definitely.
Would you take a player from Wrexham United?
Why not to sign Victor Osimhen? And not being racist in any way, but this is the reason why Alex Ferguson never signed African players, is because they have to go to AFCON. So I wouldn't go.
No, I get that, but I'm saying
that's
also,
not being racist.
you can't compare him playing in the Championship to coming at Arsenal and playing against a
That is a fact. That's a fact. A lot of English clubs think twice about signing African players unless they are elite
And
because
don't
of
you think he's
AFCON.
at? Don't you think he's at that level?
Who Osimhen?
Yeah. Wouldn't you say he's at that level? Considering that Chelsea was willing to give 100
No,
million
I wasn't
towards him,
disagreeing,
they
but I was
decided
saying
no
that.
because it wasn't 110 million. So he
Yeah,
was going to go to
I'm just
Chelsea for
saying.
100. Wouldn't you say he's
I'm not
elite?
disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is
No, but I'm saying
there's
if you
there's a
Arsenal and
tendency in
the
England to
oh no, I
sign
get that, but I'm saying the
African
excuse
players.
is don't get him because it's AFCON. But technically, this is a man that's still technically worth 100 million. Now he's probably worth between 80 to 100. So it's kind of
That
like
is
basically
why
what I'm trying to say is,
asked
Devin,
the question.
what I'm trying to say is the idea of easily getting a striker, it sounds easy, but like in the market right now, getting a striker like
There's
Isak
very
is going to be
few.
so difficult. Getting
Yeah,
but
Gyökeres, if you
why I
are
asked the
if you are an
question.
elite manager,
I
you
would-
are looking at him,
Go
but
with
you're
the
not thinking
midfield
that
that's there.
there's a chance he
Is
might
he
not
going to
work
get the
out.
chances? Is the
Isak
chances going
would
to
be.
come to him?
Isak. If I was Arsenal, Isak would be my first choice over Gyökeres.
Yeah, me
150
too.
mil. Yeah.
No,
You
but
see what-
do you think
you
see
he's
what
do you
Smallwood
think
does.
he's also
He's
Isak,
a-
bro?
I'm
I'm
gonna agree with Taya. What excites people about Victor Gyökeres is the fact that the type of goals that he scores. But like Taya says, it's against who? It's like playing Morocco Swallows.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay. So didn't he? Okay. So didn't he score a hat-trick
But-
against Man City in the Champions League? Didn't he do that? Now what?
Declan
Now
Rice
what?
scored Declan Rice scored two stunning free kicks.
Do you know how
against
much teams
the
scored
most-
against City
the
this
most-
season?
the most poorest Real Madrid team that has been. Declan Rice scored two free kicks. What is your point, Davy?
Oh, leave my Declan. Declan is my.
It's a good point, actually. That's a brilliant
He's my-
point.
What is your point? Oh, he
No,
scored
I-
against Man City, so he must.
No,
be
you
good.
said he's playing against shit. So,
Exactly.
but he
He
scored a
didn't
hat-trick
do
against Man
poorly in the
City.
Champions League. I
Man
don't think
City
he
is
did poorly in the
poor.
Champions
Man
League.
City is poor this season.
Man City was. Remember, D. The thing is, I'm not saying that he's a bad striker, but I'm saying that it's very easy to just assume he's going to come to us and kick off.
I'm
That's what I'm
saying-
trying to
I
say.
get what
Because
you're
you're
saying.
not,
I get
you're
what
not paying
you're
attention to the
saying.
fact that
I get where you're
on
coming
Victor
from.
Gyökeres. I'll die on his
You
That's
back.
what
better
I
off
mean.
buying Isak, spending that money than taking a risk on
Yeah.
that guy.
You're better off
Exactly.
strengthening that midfield to create more chances and putting a second division striker there and get more chances to score. Because the problem
But
isn't
then
just the
also,
striker
who would
alone. I
you
think
strengthen
that-
in their midfield? Like where
Yeah,
would you
that's-
where
I
would you
think
sign
that's
players
what
in
Ty's
Arsenal's
getting from.
midfield?
It's not just the
Yes,
striker.
like-
It's like
like this
you
guy
can
said
put
actually
Victor
earlier in the
Gyökeres
comments.
there. Is he going to get the
Exactly.
chances? Is he going to get the
Yes,
chances?
Like I said, we need to
Because what
upgrade
good is
and
Gyökeres if he
we need-
gets 2 chances a game?
we
Now-
need to
now,
upgrade.
David,
There's
David,
two players that we need to
Maybe
upgrade on.
if that is your argument, there I will agree with you. Mikel Arteta has to find a different a plan B in your football to take you further.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
going with all the other crap that people throw
Exactly.
at and use that as the reason why he's sick. No.
No,
Rather
exactly.
say our
So we
football's
need-
going
we need to
backwards.
upgrade. We need to upgrade on the flirter. Like
Our
there's
football's
a
going
dozen players.
backwards, and I can see if what would have made more sense to me is Arsenal fans fearing we will not be second next season if we continue in this vein. We won't be second. We'll be
We won't.
fighting to finish third.
Exactly.
That is a more valid argument than get him out because we didn't sign a striker. Get him out because we got Sterling. Get him out because Martinelli's had a loss of form after terrible injuries. Get him out because you just want to get him out for the sake of getting him out.
No, I want to get him out because we can't get over the line. He's our Brendan Rodgers before we get our Jurgen Klopp, my brother. I want to need to get over the line because this is a good squad of players.
Now take Klopp. Why? Do you know what? Make an offer for Jurgen
Klopp
Klopp.
won't come to us. Let's be realistic. Klopp won't come. Klopp loves Liverpool. Let's start there.
Klopp will
Seven
go anywhere.
semifinals. Seven semifinals, Bram. 1 goal. 7 semifinals, 1 goal. What does that tell you? Last year, had the title in your hands. Liverpool lost to Palace on the day. City still had to play. Aston Villa on your home ground. Kai Havertz is up front. What does he do? He slot Kai Havertz back into the number 8. Small
We've
things
had
like that.
9 semi-finals in the last 10 years, and we've never seen a final. Why do you
Bro, me and you are not the same. Let's not go there. My problem is different to your problems, my man. With all due respect.
You have our problems. You know what it is. Stop thinking
But look
you
at it
don't
like
have
this.
problems.
Okay, look at it like this.
You have
Look at it
the
like this.
same problems.
Okay, I'll flip it back. I'll flip it over to you because I don't want you to miss your game. If Ange wins the Europa League this year,
I knew
Should
you
we
were going
stand
to do
on-
this. No, what? No, don't do this. Let's talk about the.
No, we're gonna do it. No, we're gonna do it because
No,
you want to
for
do it
what?
with me, so we're gonna do this.
Why? Why? Okay, this is not about Tottenham tonight. Why do you
No,
wanna
but then
speak
you
about
can't. No, but then you can't slate Ange because he said in his second year he always wins the trophy, so he's gonna deliver a trophy if he
that?
wins
I
the
told
Europa
you
League.
he should never have been allowed to coach any team in the Premier League.
No, but if he brings you a trophy, if he wins you a trophy and a European
Spurs are not
trophy,
going to win tonight. Come and tell you something. Spurs gets knocked out tonight.
you're being disingenuous.
I'm not.
You-
I'm not.
No.
Listen,
No,
listen,
no,
listen,
Listen here.
listen.
Those Bodo
Okay,
kids,
wait,
they've
wait,
never
whoa,
lost a
okay,
home game in the
okay.
last 8 games.
Thank you. They've never, Davey.
They've never lost a home game in the last
This is
8
what
games, and they're
scares
playing
me.
home
This is
tonight.
what scares me. This is what scares me. The caliber of teams that they beat on their home patch. Not beat. Listen to these scores: 6-0, 6-1, 5-1. Go look at who they beat. Look at the teams they beat on their home patch. And then
Did they
there's
beat
us.
It's like
Lazio as well?
Olympiacos and Leon and those guys.
Did they beat Lazio as well? Bram?
Yes. Yes.
They beat Lazio.
They beat what's the Dutch team that finished second in the league this year?
Liverpool.
In the Dutch league, not in the
I know.
German league. Dutch league.
Oh,
Feyenoord
what
is-
was the score?
Feyenoord is Dutchman.
Yes, Ozzy, what was the score? 5-0.
I just
After
wanted to
Feyenoord
say
beat
that.
them 4-0.
That's not Spurs, man.
Not Spurs. We almost were in a relegation zone.
You know,
You're
no?
telling me that we
I've
have
been
a
telling you a
chance.
whole season
telling
already.
You're telling me that we have a chance. You're the only one that thinks Spurs is winning. You said it the whole season. You know that Davey is, and I don't get him. Before the Europa League started, he said Spurs is the favourites to win the Europa League.
Yes, I did. I told you from day one.
And
Because they have the
does any of
players.
you think that Spurs are favourites to win the Europa League? According to Davey, Spurs is favourites. Spurs will win it.
Not a chance.
I'll tell you why. Because
He's
Spurs
the
have already
only
beaten
person.
United twice. Spurs have already beaten United thrice this season already.
You
That's
got the
why.
I don't
chance.
even
You
think
got the
United
chance,
is
man.
safe.
I think United.
I don't
I think
even
United wins it this year. United
Look,
is going to
look,
win.
I have a biased Spanish opinion. I think I also has that feeling of like you just
You
want
also
Bilbao to
said.
do something.
You also said.
I hope so. Hope so. Praying,
Ahmad
but I
also-
not
Ahmad
gonna
also
happen.
said-
not gonna
Ahmad
happen.
also
Just
said he
fires it up tonight.
guarantees us that Barca will be in the final. You also said you guarantee, and I told you, don't be so sure.
No, what did
Look, you're
Davey? I
being
told you
wrong.
this. Why did I tell you the one team that I'm afraid of? What did I say?
Inter.
You
Yeah.
did say Inter.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did
We
say
can't play
I
against
am
teams that
afraid to
defend.
play
And that's
Inter.
why I was bang of Arsenal, because I thought, yo, liquor defense. I'm gonna suckle against them if I must play
I
them in
would
a final.
rather go to the final and lose against Arsenal.
Before we go,
Nah,
before
never,
we go.
never.
I'm glad I didn't get
Ever
to the
since-
final.
ever
Losing a
since
final would
Bale
have been crushing.
Smoked Balta in that one Copa del Rey final. I never want to lose in a final ever again. I will.
Listen,
I
listen,
can't make a final.
Going out to run the
They
semi-final.
still
Before we
making
go,
cut of him
In
all
the,
this
in
day.
the
Before we go,
moment, it stings.
before we go, how I don't know if any of you guys have seen the reports today. How nervous are you? Saliba still going to be there next year.
I think Madrid. Berta's already in talks with him. I've said quite a few times. I think he's gonna land up there anyway. If he doesn't sign, I
Yeah.
think Madrid are gonna do the exact same thing like they've done with Trent, like they've done with Rudiger, like they've done with
I
Mbappe.
have a sneaky feeling
They're gonna do the
he
exact
is
same. They're gonna let him run down.
he is joining Madrid this
He's
season.
Yeah.
joining Madrid. They're gonna let him run down. No, not next season. Not next season. Remember, he's still got a year left. Madrid like to bully you in the transfer market, so they will let him
Yeah,
run
they're
his
gonna wait
contract
on free
down.
transfer.
And a free transfer, and they give him a massive signing on bonus.
That
But
is
he's
Papa
gonna
Fede
go.
his job. That he loves doing
But
business that way.
I do think that if they vacate some of their players to free up a transfer fee, he will either join before the start of the season or in January. Because they won't
And
cost
remember
them
also,
much.
what we're not forgetting is every season Madrid makes close to 100 million signing. They did with Chouameni, they
Yeah.
did with Bellingham. And the thing is, he looks like the player that they are looking for, because there's a reason why Raul Asensio was playing centre back most of the season. It's because they lacking in defense. And if they can add if they look at it as every position we were quiet in, we just need that defender. I can see them spending 100 million and getting Saliba one day.
You need to check out. It was I actually saw it on one of the Arab channels. He did an interview, and the point was raised of the rumor about Madrid, and he said yes, they've met with his representatives, but he's focusing on the game last night. Like, but I did not look like listen, it's a rumors or whatever. He looked like we'll see. We can see.
And Bram,
We'll see.
and that's the funny part because what you're saying there actually perfectly links to something that Devi said. See, Devi, I'm trying not to be devil's advocate, but sometimes I have to while you're looking down at your phone while I'm speaking. So
no, I'm switching to the tablet because my laptop is gonna die, bro.
Okay, good brother. So what I'm saying is that also links to what Devi was saying because the problem with it is also that's the Arsenal's fans' perspective. If Arteta doesn't guarantee us something in the next year or 2 years, then
That these
it's
guys are
Saliba
all
leaving
going
now.
to-
Now Saka's like, yeah, I also don't want to be here. I want to go to City.
Yeah.
And then you have Gabriel who's also leaving, and then you have all of the players now immediately. Your
Because-
golden generation.
Reason being
Nwaneri's
also-
gone. Lewis Kelly's gone. All of them is
Reason
going to be
being,
gone.
right?
That's the
Reason
thing.
being,
The thing is,
reason being,
sorry, Bram.
Barca,
The thing is, I've seen this movie before with Van Persie, Nazir, and Fabregas. I've seen this
Yeah.
movie before with on
Yeah.
the pinnacle doing great things. But carry on, Bram.
I think the reason being is that Romero is signed for Barcelona, for Barca. The Atletico thing is a scapegoat. I think that is just a camouflage. I think Christian Romero is signed for Barcelona.
I don't want
And I think
I don't think so
But I-
either.
I think he it's if it's not Barca, he's gonna end up in Spain. I don't think it's Atletico Madrid. I don't think
Atletico
it's
Madrid is
it's
quite
more like
high
a
up
Betis
for
of
centre
Bilbao.
back. Atletico, do you know a lot of people
Yeah.
really don't understand how rich Atletico Madrid is? Atletico is
Yeah, they
always
are.
a team that if they
Flowing
want,
with
if they
money.
want him, they can get him easily. I think it is him because I have seen that link.
he's
It's either going to be there or it's going to be Real
But they've
Betis
been
who has a new
shouting for
owner
one,
at the
haven't
club
they?
now, and
No,
they
I'll
mega
tell
rich
you
now.
why.
Right,
this
they've
season.
been shouting for one.
no.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
they
why.
have. That's their missing link.
Start of this season, the start of the season in preseason. You guys posed an interest in inquiring about him.
Yeah,
And Spurs, Daniel Levy said, fine, they can talk. He then said he wants to stay another season. He wants to play under Ange because of preseason. All right.
yeah.
I think he's gonna end up by you.
I don't
We
see
could,
what
funny
value
enough,
we can bring
we
to my
could be
team.
speaking about the Saliba thing, and technically he could even be going. Romero could even be going to Real Madrid this season, and then they actually wait for Saliba till next season. The thing is, I just don't think he's going to because the one player that really shocked us this season was Inigo. He literally
Yes.
came out of nowhere and became this player. Pau Kabasi is untouched. Eric Garcia came in and he became the player that was almost let go. Now
That
he's one
was
of
going
the
to be the best
favorites in the
centre back in
squad
the world.
because of the way he plays.
Is it Kabasi? No, he's 17 years old.
Pau
Kabasi,
Kabasi.
He's 17, yeah.
Best
He doesn't
centre
play like
back
17.
in the world.
Top
doesn't
player,
play
man.
like him.
Bad boy.
Pau Kabasi is scary.
He
good.
was scared of nobody. He's scared of nobody.
Oh,
He
top
held
player.
back
It's not
people
about.
like
It's not about his fear factor. For me, it's his
It's his
ability.
defensive mentality.
His ability.
Yeah, his ability.
His defensive
Isiko,
mentality.
speaking about now that we're speaking on it, I want to actually talk to you about this. Seeing that we're talking transfers, Real Madrid. Obviously, the big news that came out was Trent made that video and all of that, and a lot of Liverpool fans are feeling a bit betrayed, if I could put it that way. Like, I get it, he's a homeboy and came through the system. You want at least money for him, and on the other spectrum, you're looking at it, it is Real Madrid that's come calling his won everything at Liverpool, that type of thing. Where do you stand on it, my bro? And also, afterwards, the panel can go.
Can I give my point before I go because our game's about?
Yeah,
to
because
start.
your game is going to start now, yeah.
I'm gonna say is this: Trent's leaving. My opinion, he knew Conor Bradley's taking his place. He didn't want to end off as a substitute at Liverpool, and I think he felt the time is right now. This boy is gonna take my place, and it's just the right time for me to go. I don't think if Conor Bradley didn't come on in leaps and bounds, I said from the first day I saw him, Liverpool have a ready-made superstar at right back. Right? Remember, I had the argument with Ollie about he spoke about United's academy and their young players, and I said, not one of your players, take 10 of your players, and you took at Conor Bradley, not one of
Nice,
them is on his
brilliant.
level.
And he proved it on the big stage against Real Madrid. He proved it.
And listen, he's in the England squad. He'll be England's right back at the next Euros if he's fit.
And your final thoughts, brother, before you jump out? Love.
Trent saw the fact that I was going to sit on the bench till my contract is out. I might as well jump.
Hmm.
That's my
Yeah,
opinion on why he's leaving. But
anymore.
guys,
Yeah,
thank
but
you very much for the
oh,
lovely
oh,
show.
final thoughts before we go. You know what's the tradition? Final thoughts.
If I say to you, if you make the Champions League final, Spurs will make the Europa League final. By some stroke of luck, honestly, I hope Spurs win tonight. Final thoughts: I hope Spurs win, and I hope that we get um, Bilbao in the final, not United. United rock up in finals. You
If you
can
get
laugh. We
Bilbao in
can
the
all
final, you
laugh.
lose.
We can.
They do.
I'll tell you, we won't.
You get
We'll win.
Bilbao in the final, you lose.
We won't. We won't lose. We'll win. I'm telling you, Spurs will win it. Spurs will
Then
lose
go
to
watch.
United.
Go watch Bilbao.
United rock up in finals. That's why
They
we are
do.
playing them. They rock up in
Good
finals.
Spanish
enough.
teams
I'll
love
agree with
Europa
that.
League or Sevilla
Yeah.
Yeah, but Spanish teams haven't played Spurs in the final.
because Spurs haven't got there.
If we get there and we beat Bilbao, I'm telling you now, I'm a Spurs win. We'll win the
I
game.
will put money on that bit. If Bilbao makes final, I'll put money on that bit. I promise.
Save your money, save your money, and you go watch
Yeah,
Inter
money for now,
PSG.
making no
Genuinely,
Guys.
no. Bilbao.
Save your money,
If
go watch
Bilbao
Inter
make the
PSG.
final, I think they will win it. Sorry, gents. Like genuinely, just because of the fact that they're playing in San Mamés and the whole thing is around them winning this thing. So like they
Have
literally
you
bet
played on San
everything
Mamés?
on winning the
Have
Europa.
you
I'm
played
I'm
on San
telling you.
Mamés?
San
I'm
Mamés is
telling you.
another kind of a ground.
It's
It's
a
our
other
version. It's so
vibe, my
sick.
brother.
It's horrible to
We
play.
make it
I
look easy.
hope to prove you wrong. I hope Bilbao win tonight. Spurs win, and I promise you, Spurs will beat Bilbao on their own ground in the final.
Now that's the chess
That
I
is
like to see, man.
impossible.
Now that's more
No,
like
we
it, man.
will. We will.
Up the tip.
We will.
That's more
We
like
will
it.
win. We will win. We will
Ty,
not
can
beat
you
United.
Ty, can you send me a Bilbao t-shirt? I need to put one on.
But they're playing United, so go for it. I want United
Everybody
out
knows.
because United will beat us.
I don't
United
like
will beat
United.
us. As poor as they are, they will rock up in the final and United will win the game.
I think United's going through here,
Guys,
man. It looks
I'm out.
Yeah, I also
that's
think
good.
so.
Love, my brother. Love
See you
for
guys.
jumping on, Brian. Love. Is it all? Back to my question, my brother. How do you
Yeah,
feel
look,
about
like I see Aslam now say he feel betrayed, but look at everybody has got their opinions. Look, for me, it's yeah, I also feel sad about it because look, the guy is in his prime. What is he? 26 years old. Uh for me also he's a match winner in any way. You can tell me, yeah, he can't defend, but I would still play Trent. How many games did I've watched Trent since Klopp gave him his debut against, was it in a, it was in a qualifier where he also scored from a free kick that we actually went through. So I knew already, know that, yeah, yeah, something is gonna happen here. And also as time went by, he also, you see, what also frustrated me about Trent this season was that he kept on saying, yeah, he doesn't want to speak about it in public, and that already told me, nah, here's something wrong here. Because look, remember, every time when you after a game, they're gonna ask you, look, what about your future, and you don't say anything. That was similar to Gerard also. Then you feel like, yes, brother, there was now a chance for you to say something or to calm the nerves of all the Liverpool fans. But look, from my side, I wish him all the best. But he must remember also, Real Madrid is a different team.
that's what I
Their
was
fan
coming
base,
to.
yeah, their fan base
That's what I
is
was gonna come on to.
their fan
One
base
bad
Like you
game,
is,
they
said,
whistle you.
is
like at Liverpool, because
yeah.
you're a scouser and you're coming through the academy, when you
There we go.
defend, they'll protect you.
There
Remember,
we
they
go.
have Carvajal, and you do any sort of banduli, they
Ah,
on you, man.
that's
They
it.
slated Gareth Bale even. So don't think
Yeah,
you coming from here and gonna come do that no look defending
yeah.
that you're doing.
That look also for me, like Bram also said, Conor Bradley as well. He is good, but the problem for me with Bradley again is he's injury prone because we were a man, 2 men down. Trent was out and he was out.
Mm.
Gomez had to step in there.
Almost at the start
Uh,
another right.
yeah, and also what is the other youngster as well? I
Kwanzaa.
cannot get to his. No,
Kwanzaa.
I
Kwanzaa.
cannot get. Konza, yeah, Konza. He played there also. So look, the thing is, Coutinho left, Suarez left, who else left? Trent left. Liverpool still remain. We won titles. We it's almost like business as usual for Liverpool. But like I said, I it's it's sad to let a guy like Trent go. But look, people say, yeah, but why didn't Liverpool do all they can? Bruh, Liverpool gave Trent 350 a
Three, they
week.
gave him three. They put the
There we
table
go.
off 3 times
I
already.
saw now a report
Three
that
times
Real
already.
Madrid gave him just 150. So
Mm.
I'm like, but yeah, look, it's
If it's not about the money, like I think if
yeah,
you look at it from a perspective of, yes, he's a local boy, but number one, the critics of one more chief. I've won you trophies in every department. I've done
yeah,
what I have to do. And if a team like Real Madrid comes knocking, you don't really
Yeah.
turn them down.
100%.
So
Ahmad,
especially
Once
after
in a
you've done
lifetime
what you've done.
opportunity.
I know what you're saying, and I get that. Like, he's won everything at pool. But it's different when you're coming out and saying, one day I want to be the captain of Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's different.
Ah.
That's very, very
And I
different.
think
You know what I mean?
and David actually Klopp gave him the vice captain. So that tells me if Van
Exactly.
Dijk was gone this season, then he was
Exactly.
captain. So
That's
that
the
is
thing.
also. But you see also, man, David, I blame his brother also, man. Like, remember his
His
brother
brother's
is
Asian. His
now
brother's Asian.
his agent. So I don't know if there was also like a thingy there also because remember Liverpool said no, you're not gonna go in January. All of a sudden, here we just see a 25 million bid came through from Real Madrid. All of a sudden, testing the waters. You see. But yeah, look, there's rumors going around like Frimpong that they're looking at. There's
Well, pick him.
other right backs also,
Humphries
but
was impressive.
yeah.
I like Frimpong.
So look at look. I've been a Liverpool fan under FSG. I hate them. I don't like them. They again saying now it's gonna be a big summer. I just think that it's a pinch of salt, bruh. I'm waiting for the person to stand with the scarf over his head or a contract. That is all I'm waiting on. But for
For
me,
me,
Nunes needs to go. He's game on Saturday. I don't know if you guys watched the Chelsea game on Sunday. That header.
Ooh, that
That
header.
already
Did you see
tells
that
me,
header?
oh,
bruh,
Did you
that
see that
already
header?
tells you that man is already gone to the corner.
My brother told me this morning. He was also a big Liverpool fan. Marlon
Yeah.
said, I don't even think he misses so much. I don't even think he can make his wife pregnant.
Yeah.
I
look
would
from a
like to see
boss
him go
perspective,
get
I
challenged and
invite
go
Trent
somewhere.
Alexander-Arnold to defend over Lamine Yamal. As a Barca fan, I invite that. There's been very few defenders that can stop Lamine Yamal. So, Ty, as a Barca defender, Trent Alexander, please start. Because we know you're struggling to defend.
Yeah.
You have,
But then again, also, I just noticed the
as
corners
people-
because we struggle with corners. I imagine him taking it there.
Ooh.
And then you have a Rudiger, or even better, you have William Saliba that's busy heading.
Oh,
That's
my word.
heading towards
That's a
our post.
problem. That's a big problem.
You guys are pushing me to
That's it.
swear at you guys, man. I actually love you guys. It was Bram now. It's Ty. Keep Nunes. Let Jota go. Jota injury prone.
I'll take Nunes on
Injuries
loan.
troubling you.
But
Is it
Seki also, you guys
take him.
spoke about Atletico Madrid. There's actually a link between Atletico and Nunes, and Liverpool actually want Alvarez. That is also something to look at.
I don't think Alvarez moves from Atleti at
Yeah,
this stage.
I don't
Oh,
think
he's a
they signed him on
star
a.
there.
They
Thank
signed him.
Christ he's been
He's on a solid deal.
He's
Yeah.
a star
No, but
there.
Liverpool,
I'm
Liverpool
even-
like him.
And he's cooking.
Yeah,
You know, like
Liverpool,
Heinz
that's why
said-
Liverpool like him.
Like Ty said, hindsight is a wonderful thing. When we were linked with him and City told us 70 million last season, I was looking like, nah, man, why would I want to pay 70 million for a reserve? But looking at him now, and I'm thinking, fuck, I could have done with him.
I think
He was on the
that
reserve, but the team
Yeah.
was that good that he just couldn't start.
because
Yeah.
remember that man, even though he was on the reserve, he scored 20 goals in a
Exactly.
season. You see, so he
He's
was
playing.
like,
He's playing by the next club the way we thought Gabriel Jesus would play by Arsenal. Because when
Exactly.
Arsenal signed him, we were like, "Yay, they got
Yes.
him. Someone's gonna get this guy who's good." And then just never ever showed up. But
But
Julian
Lima
Alvarez
is
is
just
doing
the
it
two
quite.
knee injuries before the World Cup. I blame the World Cup, man. But boys, let's go Classico.
5-0.
How you guys feeling?
2, 4, 6.
Ty?
I've been
Real
clapping
Madrid.
them all season.
You already have the head-to-head advantage after beating them 4-0 earlier in the season. Is this one where you're looking at, you know what, after in the midweek, let's take our frustrations out of them, let's pummel them? Or are
I
you a bit
think
concerned
that's-
because they have won over the weekend, Kylian Mbappe scoring 2 and Arda Güler scoring a stunner? Are you a bit concerned or how are you feeling? How are you feeling, Ty?
Honestly, I think the players will obviously be down, but at the same time, they're looking at it as we can turn it all around by just sealing a victory this weekend. Because if we seal it, we're basically going to win the league. Like it's
It's done.
like, yeah, we got it. So I think there's going to be one of those really exciting games because because the flip side of the coin. Boss is going to play with it as we can seal the trophy, and you know what? Our season will end on a high. Then you have Real Madrid, who's like they already down, they already wounded. Let's go after them now. And the thing is, I'm just basically I'm basing it off of the games this season. Like it's been funny, but it's like we just have a way of playing against Madrid where it's like they don't look like they're in the game. They look that they. I'm not used to Real Madrid being the team where they get 5 chances a game, but that's what that's what this team just does to Real Madrid.
I'll tell you one thing before you finish your point. In our first leg against Real Madrid, one thing I said, and you guys saw it on my status, I said play them the way Liverpool and Barcelona played against them.
Yeah, you have to take the game to them.
Smother them, take the game to them, smother them. Play it exactly like that too.
That's when they struggle because technically you need them to you need to play. They play through their wingers and through Mbappe. So Mbappe waits for the chances and then they kind of playing it towards him. But the thing is, you need them to be kicking it from all sides of the pitch to try and get the ball to them. So that's why you need to press them high. You need to put them under so much pressure where they can't just give it them. You don't want Vinny in his own half picking up the ball. Now he knows he can run at you. You don't want that. So you have to be able to stop that. And that's why it's so weird. But like I like you remember the beginning of the season, I was so scared of this high line that we play, this dangerous high line. But like I'm such a massive fan of it now. Like it's one of that stuff where it makes you so scared when you're the boss of them, but at the same time, it's exciting. Because it's like you see the ball go, it's a cross. They hit it clear. We got the ball now. We're attacking again. The attack, like literally from them clearing the ball. 3 seconds from that, you're back in the box again. So it's like constant attacking football.
Look, what I would say is we again do it differently. We want our goalkeeper to be an inverted centre back, so he dilly-dallies and he plays almost like a second midfielder or defender in.
Yeah.
So, but in your case, it's again high risk, but even higher reward, if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
As in our case, you can get punished, if I'm making sense.
But then again, outside, I don't know, we can get punished. But like, there was this one game that we played against Villarreal, and I remember sitting there and I was like I just had that aha moment where I was like, the system is brilliant because what he's basically doing is, in a normal game of football, your defender must be open to stop the striker when he gets the ball. We're playing it as this striker has never been this kind of player where we're going to push up. We're going to do it in a way where we don't even need to defend you. We're going to cut you off, so now you have to stand by the halfway line to pick up the ball. But now when you pick it up, you're going to be back towards goal. So Mbappe is not that kind of player, but now immediately he has to become that kind of player because I don't need to tackle you. I just need to stand next to you. As soon as I see that ball's coming towards you, I just take one step. Now you're offside. So it's like it is dangerous, but like in that game, they were offside 9 times in that game. And I just remember seeing Pau Kabasi look to the left. He knows he's the last man. So then all he does is, there the ball's about to, and he steps forward. And then immediately all of you are offside. There we go. Now our counter attack is going to start again. And at the same time, Hansi Flick, he's going to live and die by this way of playing. And one of the best quotes that I heard, and it's like, I love it because it's finally a coach that's at Barca that knows exactly what he wants to do. He still has the possession. He still plays around with the ball. There's still beautiful football. But the main thing that he said is, I want this team to be exciting. He said after the 90 minutes, the fans should feel like they got their money's worth. And that's what Barca does. Every game, it's about, we want to. I remember being under Xavi and Koeman where it's like 1 goal here, 2 goals here, a nice 2-1 here. Now it's like I'm expecting 5 every game we play. I'm expecting 3 to 5
Oh
goals.
wow!
Whether it's our
Oh
first
wow!
or second
Oh
team,
wow!
goals,
So
goals, goals.
you didn't accept it earlier, but you want to tell me to accept 1 goal and 2 goals here and there and boring football? Wow!
What do you mean? I never said I accepted. I said I wasn't happy
Oh,
with
you
it.
want me to accept that it is cock football, but now you're playing exciting football, but
There's
you
1 or 2
alone.
goals
But you
for
guys
the
score
league.
like, but you guys
I
do it
must
the
accept
other
your
way, man.
dreams
2
now.
free
Oh
kicks in a game,
wow!
2 corners. That's how you guys do it. That's
Set
brilliant.
piece,
Mwah,
FC, long
football.
throws. Oh no, I said mwah, football for you. Huh?
Remember,
big up
I
on
told
you.
you, I'm
Please
playing devil's
finish.
advocate because I see both sides of it on that. The
Yeah.
Arteta one is
I'm
going to
finished.
be a debate that's going to go on how long. But it's, yeah, quite
Prediction?
4-0. I genuinely think we're going to beat them 4-0 because we know that there's something that we're playing for. And it's like, you could see in the Inter Milan game, even though that's the team that literally had the best defense this season, over 2 legs, we managed to score 6 goals against them. We've been conceding, but we still scored 6 against the best defense in the world. Like, that still says something about
Hey,
the way
remember,
that we play.
bear in mind, Inter didn't concede. Inter only conceded 2 goals until that semi-final.
Exactly. And we found a way to do that. So that's why it's so nice because I'm not scared of. If we get a striker that can improve on Lewandowski this season, because everyone will know I don't know how to feel about Lewandowski this season because he's the biggest example of a player where he has this amount of goals, but it doesn't link to how he was playing. You know what I
He had
mean?
to score that header the other night, bro.
There were so many chances like that he should have done this season. But now if we can get a striker that can better that can just do that, then I would actually say, now we're going to win the Champions League next season. Just because every single position we have that thing. We just need a nice few backups here and there, and we just need a striker. That's all, because that's what we were lacking in both legs of that game. Ferran Torres plays like a winger that I told to play as a striker. He doesn't have that, and that's why every single time he lost, he was dispossessed 6 times in the goal. He was dispossessed 6 times against the second game. Yeah, he gets the ball back towards goal. They tackle him, they lose it. So like that will make a difference. But like getting back to the main question, I'm going for a 4-0 win. Like really, Lamin's gonna score. He's gonna dance in front of them, and then we're gonna spread out the goals a bit. But I'm expecting something lekker from Fermin Lopez. That's one of my favorite players now.
Ahmad, you land before I come on to Liverpool and Arsenal at Anfield. Not going to be a pleasant conversation from my side.
I've
Are you guys watching this game?
Bilbao's
Bilbao's actually all over United, actually. Eh?
They're pressing.
Yes, I'm
they're
watching
pressing because
it,
they know they have to do it.
Anyway, carry on, Ahmad. How do you feel about the Classico?
I've had Madrid's number all game. I'm actually not worried. You know, if you look at Barcelona a season or two back, the moment we concede, the moment we lose, the heads go down and it doesn't go back up.
Exactly.
The motivation goes. You don't see that. You don't see that anymore. The moment we look down or we lost the game, we come back 3 to 4 times stronger. Because that momentum is there, the motivation is there. Like obviously installed that in them.
Nah, you will
Imagine,
you will
bro.
never.
That will be another documentary, baby.
Nah. Those are players that were signed into the club. He's a guy that grew up at the club. It's two totally different stuff. People are so proud to be from Catalonia and to represent Barca. It's another thing. That's something that we don't understand the side.
So for me, it's
Bro,
I don't
we stole
see.
Fabregas from you, brother. Allow it. And then you took him back
You
again.
guys took him and he left while he was captain by you.
Yeah.
He let us put the shirt over him, and he still
Because he
joined.
loved you, man. That's why he loved
And then
you.
we just said, "Hey, come here. Remember where you're from."
Yeah, big up, bro. Big up. I'd rather have Fabregas as old as he is now coaching Como playing over Odegaard, to be honest. Anyway, carry on, Ahmad.
So for me, I don't have a problem with the way we play. I don't have a problem with Madrid. I'm not scared of Madrid. I think we've shown more enough times. It's what comes back to earlier and what you also said in their faces, and that's what we do. The intensity is high. To think that this team is playing with this intensity every single game, considering these players are having international breaks, all of that, and they're playing with the same intensity, high press. The moment we lose the ball, we press. We're in your face. And I don't think Madrid has been their best this season. But that team that they played over the weekend was, I don't know, Ty, if you look at it, it's kind of like the team that I wanted Madrid to have. Because the whole midfield needed change. I wanted that. Bellingham and Lucas Vasquez with Arthur Guler behind because there's no reason not to play Arthur Guler every time the Slighty comes and he scores. And I
Thank
feel
you.
if he
Thank
had the
you.
same amount of playing time as Lamine Yamal, different conversation.
Yeah.
I think you would have been up there. But there's something about Ancelotti and Madrid where they just don't know what to do with youngsters.
But
They
then
don't
again,
know
that's
what
how
to
I
have
feel
in those
about Pablo Torre at Barca. That man comes on and does something every single game when he plays, but the man only has 4 appearances.
Exactly.
Yeah. What you guys
Exactly.
feel about that? The way I feel about
Exactly.
Ethan Wanieri. Prediction, Ahmad?
5-1. I think Madrid gets one,
Jesus.
Yeah.
but 5-1.
That will be
Nah,
like
look,
a
I-
free kick or
I
penalty.
hear you guys'
Yeah,
predictions.
penalty.
And my head says, oh shit, the United is in. My head says, Barcelona landslide, but I have to back my French boy, man. I have to back my favorite player in the world right now. So, and I'm saying this with most love, only because not you, Ahmad, not you, Isidore, but because Tyron and Bram riled me up. I'm gonna go 2-1 Madrid killing Mbappe with the pace. Isidore, how do you feel about this one?
Players. How do you guys keep reducing cocky players? Like I'm looking at them Bele, then you have Mbappe, and then you had
C'est
Pogba.
French, c'est French, je ne sais quoi.
It's a
Vous en
double
pas
Yeah.
faire les bleus.
you get.
C'est French, je ne sais quoi.
Players. Yeah.
C'est French, je ne sais quoi. Ils allaient les bleus.
That
But
is,
I'm
But
going
in
to,
speak
I'm
to the
going,
African, that's double arrogance. there.
That's why, that's also why I love France, part and parcel, because most of our players are African, from African descent as well, Saliba as
Isn't
well.
that only Benjamin Pavard that's like the white player in that whole
Proper, the only one. Oh, hey, why did you go there? You are white yourself. Why did you call
I'm
him white?
thinking now, I think it's only Benjamin. I'm now thinking it's, I think
I
it's only Benjamin
apologize for
Pavard.
racism, bro.
I'm just thinking.
You could have said anything. It's the only French player there. You went there.
Yeah,
Apologies,
the
people.
time
He
with
didn't mean that.
basically on that one, you yes, it's a roll.
What is it? Like Griezmann isn't there, man. Like Griezmann
Oh yeah,
isn't there.
I forgot.
This guy, man, bro. Yes, this guy. Is it your prediction for the Classico?
look, where is the Classico? Is it in, what is it?
Barcelona.
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 Hey, but 5-0.
Long one.
5-0,
Let's be
Barcelona.
honest. I think it's gonna be a long one. But before we close off, boys, Isidore, first game since winning the league. You obviously, I think the guys
Isidore,
should
I've been so rude. Congratulations to Liverpool and winning
Thank
the
you, my
did
league.
brother.
that in the beginning of the show. Didn't you watch?
I didn't. I was working.
Okay, say no
So
more.
that's
brother.
why I said I
Carry
was rude. I didn't say it.
on. Say no more. Carry on. Finish.
Yeah, congratulations on winning the league. Everybody thought that you guys are just he's gonna struggle and he has a team from Klopp and whatever, but he's pretty shown what he's done as a manager, what he can do, the philosophies that he has and the mentality that he has and he wants to take the team. So I hope to see Liverpool compete further in the Champions League as well and hopefully keep it going from strength to strength. Congratulations, brother.
Thanks, Ahmed.
Nah, they'll be there. I can promise you they'll be there. I think the first season was just a bit of a get used to the manager, that type of thing. But Isidore, as I was saying, I think against Chelsea, guys took the foot off the pedal, that type of thing. But remember, this is the first game since you've won the league. You're gonna be back at Anfield, and like Aslam has said, now welcome back to Anfield. I'm not looking to forward to it. I don't give a shit about it. Honestly, it doesn't mean anything to me. I'm gonna be honest, like. Of all the slappings you guys have given me over the years, and I've seen a bare few slappings. I've seen 5-1s of Suarez, Sterling. I've seen Bobby Firmino. I've seen Mane doing madness. I've seen quite a few ass slappings at Anfield. And I was telling a friend of mine who's a Liverpool fan this morning, I think if we even get a draw at Anfield, I think that's going to piss me off even more. Because this is a ground where we don't have the best record. The last time we won, there was Santi Cazorla in the purple kit. That was 2012. And if for us to even, and I know we drew there last year, but we could have lost that game as well with 4-1 and Declan Rice and that type of thing. But I personally, like we spoke about the Barca game, I see another 4-0. And I'm at the point where, they go through the 6 stages of depression, where the first stage is acceptance. I'm at that point now where I've just accepted, like, you know what? Score 4 against me, you reap what you sow, punish me. we draw the game, fine, whatever. But how are you feeling about this one, my man? Because it's the first time that we actually, it's the second time, no, second time we're going to give you a guard of honor. I personally don't give a shit about the guard of honor shit. I've seen Arsenal saying that they don't want to give Liverpool a guard of honor. I think that's utter bullshit. I think I'd be more embarrassed if that doesn't happen, because if you don't want to give this man a guard of honor, why don't you fucking win the title then? And it's a sign of
Exactly.
respect and you're a
Yeah.
champion in that
Yeah.
part of sport. So, yeah, bro.
Don't
Before
be
I go on,
misled, please.
before I go on another 20-minute rant, you land, my brother. Talk to me how you feeling.
Look, to be honest with you, Davey, I don't think any Liverpool fan cares about the league anymore. We've won it. We're just waiting for the Crystal Palace game to get the party started, as they say. The buzzing is there. Obviously, on Sunday also you're gonna feel it again. Also for me, like you said, the God of Honor. Yeah, if a lot of people is against it. What is that Watford striker, the ex-Watford striker, also today also said, yeah,
Regini.
yeah,
Troy Deeney,
Troy also said, yeah, Arsenal don't need to do it. But look, it's a sign of respect.
Yeah.
I even Pep Guardiola also last time also when he started the press conference also he congratulated us. That is also good from his side also. Look from my side, like I said, he is gonna start with a strong team. I can guarantee you that. Konate is gonna come back. Szoboszlai, McAllister is gonna come back. So yeah, it's gonna be. Look, like I said, I don't worry if we win. It's gonna be like you said 4-0 or 3-0 or whatever the result's gonna be. But it is already in the bag, so we're not gonna worry about it anymore. Like you saw against Chelsea also. That fringe players played, and you can see why that type of players like Elliot, Endo, those type of guys didn't play for him during the season, where they only came on like the last 10 minutes, 5 minutes, in all of it. And yeah,
Yeah, no, look, again, the God of Honor thing, I've seen my team giving a God of Honor to Van Persie. Nothing, I've seen that. Nothing more can hurt me more than that. So to give a God of Honor to Liverpool, I personally don't give a shit, to be honestly. It's not going to phase me much. Ty, how do you, from a neutral perspective, from the outside looking in, how do you see this one going?
I think that was the same point that I was kind of leaning towards. It's kind of like Liverpool already won the league. So it's kind of like it's a fun game for the fans, but like I don't think they're gonna come at it with any intensity whatsoever. I think it's still gonna be a fun game to watch, but like I feel
Fun
like
for
Liverpool
who?
is literally just. I mean,
Fun
us,
for you.
as the neutrals.
Oh.
But I mean, like it's still like Liverpool's still gonna want to obviously still put in good performances up until the party gets started. And on the whole point of the God of Honor, it's always going to be a funny situation because if it was reversed, then it's kind of like we can be saying an Arsenal fan, for example, can I say, yeah, we shouldn't be giving it, but if it was reversed, you would want them to give it your way. It's one of that stuff where it just comes down to respect. There's a goodness behind it. Whether you're playing at your rivals or whatever, it's always something that you should do, especially because of like what Liverpool did. You're more celebrating them for winning the title the way they did,
So
rather
you
than
give a
just.
God of Honor to Madrid. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
Not
want
them.
to, but I see the importance behind it because Espanyol came to us and they
Not
gave
at
us
them.
one. You know what I mean?
Not-
Espanyol's our
Yeah, but
city
that's
rivals and they
I
beat us.
understand the rivalry of Espanyol, but that's just Madrid. I don't want to give them a damn thing.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't want to, but I understand why it's important. Because technically, if we win it, we would expect them to do it.
but did you
Yeah.
guys also notice when we won the league also in what is it 1920? We played City the
I
next
wasn't even an
week.
idea in 1920.
Sure.
No, that is the year.
Carry on.
2019.
I know you're going. Carry on.
But look, we also lost to Man City the next day or the next week also 5-0. But like I said, it's the deal. The league is won, man. So I'm not gonna. One of my friends also said he's just looking for the God of Honor. Then he's gonna put off the TV. Klar.
Yeah, look, let me put it to you like this. Arsenal in the unbeaten season, we had the league wrapped up. Also the same, similar to you guys also, and a lot of teams give us the God of Honor. So I think it's a bit of hypocritical from Arsenal perspective as the football club to not to even make it a thing. And even when you guys gave us a God of Honor in 98, let's not make bones of the fact that you slapped us 4-0 also as well in 98. So for me, it's not really a big thing. It's just showing respect. And
Yeah.
if you want your guard of honor, go and win it. Ahmad, how do you see this one going, bro?
I don't think I agree with that. Like, I don't think Liverpool has anything to prove. They're obviously going to show a strong team because it is Arsenal. It's still a very good side. It's still a top side. Still a top 4 team. So they're not just going to play a bunch of lighties. Where Arsenal also wants to finish strong. So I think it's going to be, in that sense, exciting as a neutral to watch because both teams want to still end off high. I mean, Liverpool is going to be a team like they're not going to lose to Arsenal now that we've won the league. They still want to show strong. Arsenal, with everything that they've been through, they want to at least finish the season strong. Let's give them that. So they're going to try and do their best. But I do see Arsenal taking this one, not taking this one. I see Liverpool just having the edge. The only reason why is I don't know. With Arsenal, it's like if you don't create chances, you don't score. And there's so much difference between the way you guys played against Real Madrid against the way you guys played against PSG. There's such a big difference for me the way you guys
Do you want to know
approach the
why?
game.
I don't know why. There was
Please tell me.
expectation on PSG. There was zero expectation against Real Madrid. Everyone expected us to get battered. When the pressure's on, these guys shit the bed. That's what happens. That's the
Exactly.
difference.
So for me, I see Liverpool taking this one at least 2-1. 2-1.
Also,
Fair enough.
also, also, David, just to add, also for Arsenal, remember the City's behind you guys 3 points.
That's what I was gonna come into. That was gonna be my next question
Yeah.
because we have Liverpool now.
And they play
We only
Southampton, I
need,
think.
yeah, City have Southampton. They're gonna win.
Yeah.
We lose. City's on our case. We'll only hold them off by goal difference. We have Newcastle the next game.
Yeah.
We haven't beaten. We haven't even scored against this season, and then we have Southampton, who's a tough ground for us. So, right as it stands, even our top 5 position is in jeopardy. I know the only saving grace is Chelsea. They have some sticky fixtures near the end, but we're in a top 5 race right now. And so, as much as I would like to give in and whatever. Look, personally, guys, I don't care. For me, it was this season either first, and I don't care where the shit. Where I don't give a fuck where you finish. Let's put it right out. I don't care where you finish, but if you are ending outside of the top 5 with 3 games to go, then you got to ask questions about the manager. It's a long one. But I think, look, if I'm being honest, if I look at all the other teams outside of Man City and Newcastle and Chelsea have sticky fixtures, and Villa and all of that. We've seen them drop points in the measliest of games, and they are just as inconsistent. Besides City now, Newcastle can drop points, and that I think that's the only thing that's going to save us. It's not going to be us saving us. It's not going to be us. That I can tell you. So it's a sticky one. But yeah, boys, we come to the end of the show. Ahmad, final thoughts, my bro.
Final thoughts. Final thoughts on everything. Final thoughts on not the end of the season yet. I just feel like after everything, after in the moment, still being on the Barca thing, after being in the moment, I still feel proud of my team. I still feel proud of these boys, and I don't feel sad. I thought I was going to be sad. Sad that if I think about it, yes, I could have been in the final and I watched it in 3 minutes. But I still keep my head up high. I'm very proud of the boys. In terms of the Premier League, I really hope that things changes for Arsenal. Personally, I'm not really worried about Liverpool. I think Liverpool's shown their strength. I think Arsenal has a lot to prove. I do believe that there's hope. I don't think getting rid of Arteta just yet is the answer, but I do think he's on the thin rope. I'll level with you at some point, and I think that he is on a thin rope. He is on a thin rope. I'm not gonna praise him and say he's the be all and end all. It is not a problem. There is things that he does wrong, but I don't think if you stick with a manager for so long with a philosophy, you have to give him credit for something that he's done, and you have to say that while there's been not the progress you wanted, there has been some form of progress. Not what you wanted, but it's better than nothing. So it's the same with Javi. It's not what we wanted, but we got something out of it.
Watch out, Ahmed, because as soon as Devon starts smoking that pipe, then you know Devon's getting rattled.
I was
He's
about
trying
to
to
go
calm
on
the
a
nerves.
rant, but I thought,
You
nah,
can see
we're
his
nearing
hands
the
is
end of
shaking
the
while he's
show.
busy.
I can see
Yeah,
it. I can see
I
it.
was
But
about to go on one now again. I thought, nah, we're nearing 2 hours. So, nah, but big up, bro. Love for jumping on. Isador, your final thoughts, bro?
Yeah, like it's been said, Liverpool winning the league, 2020. Um, I can only see next season. But firstly, I want to see what is Liverpool gonna do now, because if I take you guys back to the time when we won the league, and the
1920.
transfer thereafter, we were horrendous. We were shocking. Van Dijk, remember Van Dijk out for the whole season. No defense. We didn't buy anybody. So I hope and I pray that Liverpool has now learned from that this season. That we're gonna go into the transfer window. We're gonna back Arne Slot, whoever he wants to buy or to get or strengthen wherever. Um, I hope we get Kirikets or Kirkets from Bournemouth, the left back.
Bournemouth, top
Yeah,
player.
Brilliant
so
signing.
yeah, so that is one that I want to get.
But
Also,
you do
his
have a
team
problem with
Liverpool.
Robbo, right? You do have a problem with Robbo.
Madrid's in the running there, eh? Ty? Real
Yeah.
Madrid's also been
yeah,
working.
Yeah, because
everybody
Alaba
wants
is
him.
not to renew.
Yeah, everybody wants him. But it's gonna be like I said. I don't trust the the guys on Facebook. I only follow on Echo or on James Pierce, the guys that's more basically close to Liverpool, talking and all of it. But yeah, so all I can say is for all Liverpool fans, embrace it, enjoy it. You can see already. I think they already planned the whole parade. Is it now the 22nd of May? I think it's a bank holiday in England. I'm hearing, so they're gonna go. They even I don't know if you guys heard. They even blocked off the route to the new stadium of Everton. They didn't want to go through there also. So I don't know what happened there, but you can just imagine
Yes,
what they were trying
that's
to
being
do.
bitter, young. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's being
yeah.
bitter.
But
So
look,
yeah.
touch on what he said. Do you know Cape Town, Liverpool, Cape Town, in Mitchells in the waterfront is having their own trophy tour on the 24th
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, I've seen
that
that.
is
I've seen that.
my bra Zuka, Lauren Zealand. He
Lauren,
was
I
the
also
head
know
of that.
Lauren, yeah.
Yeah,
He's the chairman was there.
there we go. So
Yes.
he's organizing that. I saw on his Facebook also, so I know about it. Yeah.
Okay, say no more love for jumping on my bro. Total tie. Take us home, brother.
So on my side, I can fully agree with what Ahmad said. Like, this is we at the point in the Barca season where it's like genuinely I couldn't have asked for anything. I could like the only thing I could have obviously asked for more was the Champions League final. But like at the same time, I would have weirdly had this thought in the back of my head of what happened to Pep Guardiola in his first season when you go and you actually do win so much that all of a sudden this is the expectation going into the next season. And I wouldn't and Flick, I'm loving what's happening. I wouldn't want him to go into the next season with the expectation of you literally just won the double. We're expecting this again now. And now, so I'm happy with where we are now. I can only see Barca going up on this. And honestly, I just can't wait to lift the league there. I feel like I can actually say we're gonna knock out the Champions League, but I was still smiling at the end of it because I watched a brilliant game of football. I want to say a massive congratulations to Liverpool just because of the way you guys played the season. I was probably the biggest doubter because of Arne Slot, but he really did something special there. And it's like that's a paid testament in the Champions League where you guys were the one team that I was fearing. I was like, when it came to the semifinals, I was like, nah, I don't want to play against Arsenal because they can defend. I didn't want to play against Liverpool at all because of what you guys were doing. And that's the thing. And it's like that fear is only going to go into next season. And next season, you guys are going to, the same thing like Arne Slot did this season, he's going to do that even more next year. And it's the same thing like with Hansi Flick. It's like there's growing there. And now I can't see what he's going to do when a Trent leaves. And now it's like, okay, what am I going to do here? But you can see he's the kind of guy that can fix the solutions. So that's a good thing. And also on Arsenal, I'm still gonna be that person that basically just says like, "Viz, hey, Devin, pick up his pipe now." With Arsenal, with Arsenal, it's just the thing of like, I just feel like he's the kind of guy that's getting a lot of hate even though there is something. It's almost like if there's a child on the street that's starving, but now people are complaining that you didn't give him a 5-course meal, but you gave him something. And it's like, that's the issue for me. It's like he's doing something, and the solution can't be as easy as, let's just sack him, let's go get someone else. That's my only thing. So yeah, that's how I'm ending it off.
I would have understood that with Bram. Yeah. I would have understood that with Bram.
I'm thinking you still mentioned earlier you want to get Diego Simeone. Do you ever watch Diego Simeone's games? That's the most unattractive football you would ever want to see.
In your life.
We already playing.
That man will play against
We already playing shit.
get a 1-0 win.
If
You'll
want
play
to
against Fulham,
manage
get a
to
1-0 win, and he's
season on
happy.
the bench,
I watched
Diego
Diego Simeone because I like Griezmann. So let's
And
not
how
go
much goals do
there.
you think Griezmann has this
Watch
season?
Atletico
A
Don't worry,
liquor
don't worry.
player.
Don't worry. I like Diego Simeone. We're already playing shit.
Unless you want your manager to sit half of the season on the bench, because sign Diego Simeone, because that might get red cards more than Sergio
Exactly.
Ramos.
Yeah.
Well, Arteta's already doing cheerleading shit every week, micromanaging players from the side already. So, my final thoughts, guys. Look, last week I had a bit of a milestone in my career, being on the Espresso Show and shit. So,
Well
I just
done,
wanna say,
congratulations.
big up to you guys, because without you guys being the pioneers of this platform, especially the people in the comments, and I know they're not here, Benny, Beaster, Bram, and I don't think I wouldn't have got there if it wasn't for you. So first and foremost, thank you, and only onwards and upwards. I always say if one makes it, we all make it. So that's as good as a pat on the back for you guys as much as it is for me. So it was an awesome experience, and years to more. But look, for Arsenal, I've said what I needed to say. I can only hope for next season. The only hope I've got is the new technical director, Andrea Berta, coming in. But that's all I got to say for now. But big up everyone in the chat. Love for the love. Like, I know no one is watching this right now because they probably checked into the Europa, but of course they're going to play it back, of course.
And Bilbao's leading 1-0.
Okay, I didn't see that. The wife has got Tottenham and Bodo Glint on here for what? I don't fuck know, but anyway. But yeah, big up everyone inside. It's Ahmad. Wait, there's another comment. I don't want to leave. Okay, they're still here. Okay, she said she's still here. Okay. But yeah, let me get to the outro, man. But now, big up, gents, everyone for jumping on, especially Isadora. I needed actually Liverpool representation tonight. And you came in like number 30, like John Cena in the Royal Rumble. So big up to you as well, my bro. It's Ahmad, it's Isadora, it's Total Tie Talk. Subscribe to Total Tie. It's David D, and we are out of here. Bless.
Told them I am the Prince of Grime, and I just came back from putting brothers in hearses. I was with verses, talking all about the verses. Perfect. RTL. Young gun of the scene, Vieira, I'm keen, might turn up with